Okay, hold up. Context. Context must be established with that one. Wow. Not gonna lie, I was not expecting you to open up just like that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wulfboi Gaming Plays Destiny 2. Grind for Lumina. Holy crap. What? What the deuce? Griever 2112.
What the actual heck?
I don't even know.
So
I don't think I want to know. I just know that.
Denise wants to know why you're touching me.
Oh boy. Anyway, welcome to the stream, everyone. Glad to have you. Yeah, as the title suggests, this is my hunt for the Lumina, but I'm gonna be grinding this out with Griever 2112, and it sounds like we just got joined by Stargal. How are you doing?
I forgot there was an update, so I'm trying to update Destiny.
Oh, poor thing.
So I may or may not be
Sorry,
able to
I'm still
join you
laughing at
tonight.
the other thing.
I cannot believe that's what you start with. Really?
Yeah, well, that's gonna go into a highlight reel somewhere.
Because I sound like a toad right now.
Man. Wow. I just mean wow.
Okay, for context, George didn't really actually touch me. We're in two separate states.
Thankfully. Thankfully.
Don't you live like 45 minutes away from each other?
Well, even then. Even then. Oh, boy. So, what are we going to be doing first?
I'm just really glad we didn't randomly hear one of your wives go, "Excuse me," in the background.
Well, Denise already did ask why was George touching me.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. I ain't gonna complain. At this point, it's all for the lulz. It's all for the lulz.
Exactly.
It's for the lols.
Look at it this way, George. He'll make one hell of a star for your blooper reel.
Mm-hmm. That it will.
Blooper reel. You mean existence, right?
Yeah. So
All right. So you're party leader. So
either
what are we doing?
Either we start with Lumina, or I say we just start going on a grind fest because Dave can't be the only member of Team Dad Jokes with 750 light.
I mean, this is kind of titled Lumina. Hunt for the Lumina.
All right, so I guess
He's
we're
got a
doing
point.
Lumina then.
All right. I gotta get
All
my
right,
freaking
so
D-pad
that is
reconfigured.
what strikes in the the fuck is it?
Menagerie.
And thank you.
Yeah, that word. That's a word.
Okay.
I really don't like that
It is
word.
a word.
How is your download?
Why don't you like that word? That's a great word.
The
Is it
menagerie?
fast or is it yours
Yeah.
slowness?
I don't know. There's something about the word menagerie that I just don't particularly like.
Most people don't like moist for some reason.
Moist.
I don't know why.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say answer, but that's because it's spelled weird.
Huh.
When you think about it and you look at the word, it does not look like what it says.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like it.
Oh, BT dubs. Not that this is important or nothing, but anyone else get invitation from the Emperor? I don't
For
even
what?
know. I don't know.
I don't know yet. It's a secret. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. A secret is a secret is a secret is a secret.
I'm saying it's a secret
Well, I
because I
think-
don't know. I can't get on yet.
Hmm.
Well, how is your download looking? Is it at least moving or?
Yeah, it's moving. Very slowly.
Okay. I think there's something at Warner that that opens up something called the Hall of Triumph or Triumph Hall. I don't know, something like that. We can go there and then do a strike while we wait for Chelsea.
All right. Let's do that. That way it keeps everything, well, consistent.
Yeah, it's been
Goodness.
a while. It stopped moving. Oh, nope, never mind.
Did you hit double digits yet?
Nope. I'm at 0.7%.
Oh, oh, you poor thing.
Okay,
When I get to a
so-
single digit, I will let you know.
Oh my god, this is Rage Quit Resistance Part 2. Destiny Edition.
The only difference is I'll actually do other stuff while it's downloading.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just want to play the game.
It just been too
Still wanna-
play.
Oh, darn it. I completely
Still
forgot
one
to
of my
change the paint
most-
scheme of Ikora's ship.
Hey, 1%.
Woohoo! You made a solid number.
Ooh, solid numbers.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey George, you want to hear something stupid?
Well, I live life, so
Can I
sure,
make a
why
horrible
not?
joke?
Okay, so you know all that time we spent in the tower?
Hmm?
I didn't pick up a single bounty.
Wow.
Viewers of the stream, I will let you know right now, he's usually a better fire team leader. Usually more prepared. Usually more coordinated. Tonight, it's not
I'm
the night.
sorry.
You say
My
that,
fo-
but one
my
time me and
focus-
him went from Nessus to the city to Nessus to the city to Nessus to the city like 3-4 times.
To be fair,
Okay,
I
but that
wasn't
was
there
also
for
partially
that.
your fault. Okay, two things. A, that was partially your fault, and B, that was also to get George his bounties.
Oh, the blame game is always so fun.
Oh, it's very entertaining.
Alright, so we're on Nessus. Okay, so. You said Werner, right? Werner.
Yeah.
Where there?
I'm just not a fan of that.
Maybe
Either that or I
fail
think you may
safe.
just have to open up one of the chests and that
Oh,
gives-
I'm not using solar. I forgot about that. Up. Up. One more smack. There we
Oof,
go.
excuse
That's
me.
one Minotaur down. Minotaur. I'm going to pronounce that however I wish. Anyone else can fight me on that. Okay, so remind me again what we're here for.
Aha.
Werner? Is that chest that he has next to
Okay,
him or something?
Yeah, because I just got my invitation for the Emperor.
Ah, so that explains how I got that. Okay. I literally saw a
Yes,
chest that was
and you
next to
know-
him. I just thought it was another one of those tributes that you have to pay. So I paid it and I just
And
got that
also,
thing.
you know what?
Hmm.
And guess what? That's the start of Bad Juju.
Oh, bad juju. Yay. I miss my Destiny 1 plus rifle
Enter the
fave.
tribute hall and speak to the visage of Callus.
You mean visage.
It says visage.
The word is said visage.
Visagey?
You're really gonna keep running with this, aren't you?
You realize I'm doing this to screw with you, right?
You know, there are moments I forget. Because we've had so many serious conversations in the past. I'm just like, oh, I can just talk seriously, and I completely forget that sometimes you just mess with me the same way I mess with my wife.
This is why we're such good
Context?
friends.
In the sense that I make fun of my wife in many ways. I literally just lead her on with saying something with such a dead serious, like, deadpan face that she'll think I'm 100% serious when really I'm just kidding. And that's why for the longest time during our years dating, she could never tell when I was serious or not. Even to this day, she'll even ask me, like, please tell me you're joking. I'm like, yes. As soon as she asks that, I know better than to string it along. I just give her an honest answer.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I learned not to upset her for too long for a joke. Usually it's not worth it. And I'd like to say half the time it usually leads into her getting a little chuckle and I get away with it. Other half of the time, well, the back of my head is a little misshapen.
I was gonna say
Okay.
either that or you're a little cold from sleeping on the couch.
No. Don't give
The
her
cats
ideas,
keep me
please.
warm. Okay,
You can just stay and she can snuggle with the cats. It'll be fine.
So, do we want to go to the tribute hall and see what that is?
Yeah, I mean, might as well. I did put it in tags of this stream, so why not?
There you go.
There we go.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay.
Yay.
A broken chorus of yays.
I was taking a drink, I'm sorry.
Come again?
I
No,
was
thank
taking
you.
a drink of iced tea.
Oh my... George, what the
So that's why I was delayed.
No. No.
I'm sorry, you left that wide open to make that
No.
crack.
See, and there's me
Oh, you
thinking, like, as
evil
I say it,
bastard.
I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't do that. I hope they're just serious. Nope. Why in the world did I think he'd be serious?
Because it's me, and I'm also on camera, so doing it for the lulz. I never said
Do
I
you
was
really have a
100%
camera
funny.
on?
Well, no.
Okay, Chelsea, you realize nothing about this whole experience is going to be serious. I mean, come on, I started off screaming at George to stop touching me.
We are dad jokes for a reason. Well, that's not particularly a dad joke, but that's neither for or against the argument.
This is fair.
Ooh, I
You're the
forgot I have
dads,
heart
and
at
I'm the
lemonade.
frog.
I'll be right back.
Well, okay then.
But we're landing.
And you are? Depending on where you land, you can push him off a cliff.
I just come back to someone saying pushing
Dang it.
someone else off on a cliff. I literally said I was just gonna go get some lemonade, and you pretty much say that while I'm away for like 2 seconds.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Then again, who am I to say
Think
anything?
about
I'm
what I do
literally
in the
destroying
tower when
Cal's stuff.
anybody is away for a little bit.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm Cal's favorite Earthling.
Oh, don't tell my brother.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hi.
Nope.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, Okay, so we're gonna go Glimmerpore again, guys.
Oh no, what is it?
Okay, so these tributes are 12,000 Glimmer, and a Shank tribute is 110 Dusk Shards. Thrall tribute is 110 Alkaline. Goblin tribute is 110 Microphasic Datalysis.
And what do you get for these?
What the deuce?
If we make 18 of these tributes, we get the quest for Bad Juju.
Ah. I vaguely remember that game from that weapon from the first game. Would you mind reminding me what it does?
Every successive
It's,
kill reloads the magazine. On top of that, it also gets faster. Well, it's actually, for a pulse rifle, it's automatic, so you just hold the trigger down and it'll keep on firing. So basically, it's Crimson minus the healing perk.
Ah.
And longer distance.
Plus it's a rifle.
Yes, but it also comes
Okay.
with the additional perk that, oh, what was the additional perk? Oh, Chain of Woes. That the damage gets stronger and you get super energy back in Destiny 2 for the stronger amount of Chain of Woes that you have connected. So the faster you kill things, the more super energy you get.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth it for the collections. And one of the ornaments that they have for it is the head of those little pangolin dogs that you love so much.
Oh, the angry pangolin puppies.
Yes, those things. I've always wanted to do this.
He also has bounties.
No, don't. Damn it, Gallus. Why are you so smooth? Huh. Okay, I'm literally just sliding off this dude. Okay, cool.
Now see, I can't see what you're looking at.
Good. Makes things easier for me.
So just hearing that phrase with no context, I am very concerned.
As well as you should be. Ah, yeah. Can't really stand on them. I'm gonna pick up some of these bounties though.
I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, viewers, I'm literally giving you a stare of nothing. Okay, well, when you're done, Kira,
Okay.
we'll just make our way.
Okay, so do we want to go into strikes then?
Making our way downtown.
Well, yeah, we have to do something. So yeah, strikes would be preferable. You got Rose equipped?
Yep.
You better.
Do you have Rose equipped?
Yeah. Baby boy's older
All right,
brother.
then.
Your undying love of Thorn is amusing, to say the least.
Listen,
it's
I
solar
just feel
shade.
bad that we had to take the original Thorn and cleanse it to make it the Rose again. However, it is still the older brother of the one that I currently use. So, it's a family reunion as far as I'm concerned.
It's odd that we were able to cleanse a weapon that had been so thoroughly... I don't know how to phrase this.
Well, was it Shin Malphur, his name? Whatever. He even said in the lore thing that it needed a guardian that was strong in the light in order to purge it of its evil in succession. So all the motes of light that you were using for generating and creating your super, that was actually used towards the cleansing of it.
Ah.
Yeah.
It was
In
like
that case,
we
my
were giving
crimson
it a
helped
bath.
thoroughly.
Considering it's also a forbidden weapon as far as the Vanguard knows, it's kind of ironic.
Shh.
Don't shush
The
me.
Vanguard can't stop me.
They can't stop me from
I'm
wielding
gonna
Baby
stop
Boy in
you.
their face.
That's true. You know, we would be the worst Vanguard. We would be the worst fire team, because between the three of us, we have so many illegal weapons.
Yeah, we also do have malfeasance.
Your preference is Thorn, and my preference is Crimson.
I like Crimson too.
But do you use it?
True, but I actually have it up for everything. You barely use it.
I use it enough.
This just turned into a
Crimson's
funny
my baby.
organization.
Back off.
Okay. Even I'm not
That's
that
true,
attached to
my
Baby Boy.
Well,
I let Baby Boy
Okay,
have his space
well-
in his room when it's closed, and I knock first before I go in. Anyway.
Okay, now I
Okay.
feel concerned.
okay, granted, I
Don't
have
mention
not
to anyone
used
listening.
it.
I don't always look like, or I don't always sound like a frog.
You don't sound like a frog. You just sound a little...
I do to me. That's what I hear in my head.
Is it weird to say that you have a little bit of a, like, a long day rasp to you that's just, like, semi-ASMR-ish? Nope, nope.
A little, because that's not what I hear. I just hear like froggy croakiness.
Hmm.
But then again, you do hear different. What you hear when you speak is different than what other people hear, because you're also hearing it echoing within your head, as opposed to just hearing it through ears.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. When I edit videos, I'm like, what, I keep forgetting. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I sound like.
Yeah, I have that moment sometimes too when I'm editing, but it was also covered in like Because Science from, you know, when Kyle Hill was talking about how sound travels through
Science.
the sound through water. Oh, no.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, so we're doing strikes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I
Oh my
completely
God.
forgot this
Okay,
was a strike.
try
I thought
harder.
we were just here for shits and giggles. Goes to
Okay,
show just how
try
serious I
harder.
am right now.
Or anything.
Super tryhardy. Oh my god, dude.
Is he just
Every time I
cleaning
hear the
house?
phrase shits and giggles, I think of my nephew, who did the funniest thing in the world.
He shit
Is
while
he
he
wanted
giggled?
to take a bath. Well, no, he wanted
No.
to take a bath, and he's like
No.
a toddler, so his it was his dad
Mhm.
gets him in the bath, and the kid, once in the bath, decides to shit, and then immediately picks it up, throws it at his dad, and starts laughing.
Ah, that child. That child would be in so
So he literally
much
took a
trouble.
bath for shits and giggles.
I'll give the kid credit. At the very least, it came out to be a funny story. Embarrassing for him, probably, if he ever hears this video.
Oh,
But-
yeah. Once he gets older, I'm totally reminding him about that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, if that were my kid, they'd be very happy to be alive at that point.
Well, he was like, I don't even think he was 2 at the time.
Oh, that makes it worse.
He was
Terrible
really
twos, dude.
young. I don't even think he was 2. He might have been like 1. He was just a tiny little thing.
But he had enough sense to put poo in his hand and fling it. I don't know
Yeah,
whether
he's a
to
little
find that
monkey boy.
funny or just morbid.
Well, he's a little monkey boy. Yeah, he poo. Fling it now.
Why do I miss?
Apparently, you have to strike. Crap.
Why am I the last one standing?
Because the other guys already went off and I died.
Oh, is the person you're running with determined to finish the strike as quickly as possible?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, that's fun.
We're doing the fanatic, and we're already
Oh, that's fun.
We're already almost to the end.
Uh-huh.
That's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh, he's
yeah,
also a
'cause Caddy
Titan.
Flower, Caddy Racers here is trying to be like Super Yeet or something. I don't know.
Hey, listen.
Here's the question, is he running ARC? Because me and my brother established that I don't know which subclass it is within the ARC, but a Titan, ARC Titan, because they're constantly throwing everything everywhere, is a Yeet Knight.
Yes, of course that is the Yeet Titan.
Ah! Don't die, don't die, don't
He's
die.
a Yeet Knight.
That sounds like a euphemism for something. I don't know why. Haha! Thunderlord for the win!
Probably because it's similar sounds.
Hey George,
Kind
what
of. I mean,
subclass
just
are
a
you
lot of
running?
vowel.
Huh? Void?
What subclass are you running?
Void.
What?
Burn them all.
You said Void?
Void
Yeah.
is fun.
Void.
Because there's the Nova Bomb,
Okay.
and then there's...
Well,
Oh,
one,
I don't
it's
know the name of it.
Solar Singe, and 2, I'm running Solar, so we're not getting that. We're not getting that credit for running same type.
Well, if the Titan's running ARC, then you wouldn't get it anyways.
No, I think it's Fire Team. So if he's not, it doesn't matter.
Well, I can't exactly check that yet. Archer's tempo.
Do-do-do-do.
Okay. Hup. Yes! 3 in a row. Oh, no. Huh. I just got randomly pulled. Weird. Alright. Now we can move on.
Yeah.
Nope. Wait, really? Yeah,
What?
are those shields made out of vibranium or something? I exploded a barrel next to them. They should not have survived.
You're scorned Captain America.
Actually, that was the Secret Empire run in Marvel. I still don't know how to
Hell,
feel about that
fanatic.
run.
Oh shit.
I'm afraid I'm familiar with what you're talking about.
It's in Secret Empire, Captain America turns out after Red Skull makes a wish on the Tesseract, because originally the Tesseract was not an Infinity Stone, it was something else. He wished for Captain America to have been an ally of his, and then basically Captain America was part of Hydra as an undercover agent for the rest of that comic run.
That's Oh,
it
that's
was
where you
where
get
that
the unholy Captain America saying Hail Hydra comic.
Yes.
it's where the meme of Captain America standing over somebody going Hail Hydra comes from.
All right. Yeah, I'm familiar with that comic panel. I remember seeing it and then just thinking, what the heck is this?
Well, I'll say this. That storyline is very controversial for many a reason, because a lot of people either loved it or hated it. But realistically, I only liked it for one reason and one reason only. Scorned Deadpool. Because the aftermath in that basically just took everything that Deadpool worked up to at that point and literally tore it asunder.
Yeah, he's not somebody you really want to piss off.
Yeah.
Sure.
Actually,
Like,
I'm
ever.
really tempted to spoil it, but I really don't know if I should do that on stream because that's more a comic historians thing. I don't know. What do you
Another
guys?
time then.
I mean, do you want to know?
Well,
Really? Okay.
I mean, I would, but I would say I
Focus
wouldn't,
on this.
I wouldn't risk pissing somebody off.
I have good news. I'm at 10%.
You see, to be honest, that only tempts me, James. That only tempts me to spoil it even more.
We could just layer spoiler warning, spoiler warning, spoiler warning. If you care about this one arc in comics.
Yeah, seriously. Just this one arc only.
This one arc out of how many and how many variations of the characters?
You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna say it. Okay, so basically what happens is during one of the missions, Coulson basically gets killed off in the comics. And Deadpool's the one that pulled the trigger, under orders from Captain America to do so, without question, because he's like, oh, well, Captain asked me to do it, it has to be for the greater good, kind of thing. So Coulson must be a traitor.
Oh, yeah.
Well, after he finds out, no, it's actually Hydra, he was tricked into doing that, and this is at a point in the comics where Deadpool is ultra popular, he has his own franchise, he has his own superhuman team. Yeah, basically his reputation is dragged through the mud, and he actively does everything he can to throw Hydra completely off in terms of what their plans are. But it leads to a problem where he's trying to feed one bit of information to Maria Hill, and instead of actually trusting him as a double agent, as revenge for killing Coulson, she explodes an entire parking garage on top of him, so that way he never got a chance to save his reputation or anything like that. And when all the fallout happened after Captain America was arrested and all that ended up happening, Deadpool was still considered a Hydra operative, and his entire world just got completely destroyed. All because Maria Hill wanted to get back at him. And it wasn't even his own fault.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And the worst part is, it led to another line where basically Deadpool, suicidal at this point, basically sends out a reward for his own death, which no one can technically do. But he injects himself with so many different chemicals from S.H.I.E.L.D.'s research and development that basically it completely wiped his memory. So now he had no memory of ever being famous or even having a family. Everything in the comic run at that point basically got erased, both for his reputation and for him.
I feel sad.
What was the Getaway Artist?
What was that?
Got something called the Getaway Artist. What's that?
It's a pair of armor. I just unlocked it. Never had it before. Sometimes RNGeebus really does care. Very rarely, but he does care. Oh, right. I have no ammo for this gun. Oh, shoot.
No, it doesn't. We've stopped it.
What?
You know what I say this deserves? Party cannon!
Party cannon. And there we go. I don't even have to see what you're doing to know what you're doing. You love that rocket launcher.
I do. I made it pink and it has cluster bombs. It's like, what more could you ever want?
Well, there are a couple more things I could want, but regarding a rocket launcher, lime green. Turn it lime green.
That's not my party cannon.
No, but it'd be entertaining when they say, "What in the world is that?" And then you answer it by pointing the trigger. And then they blow up.
Fair enough. Okay. I'm going to take a quick look at something. So, I apologize now. I took us to orbit because I needed to check something before we went to the next thing. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Do we want to continue with strikes then? George?
George just had to step away for a moment.
Technical
Technical
that's a good thing I
difficulties.
I do use that in my videos. It is quite fun.
Nice. Here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
You know the phrase, in the throes of something?
Yeah.
How do you spell throws? Is that THROW? Because I've never had to actually spell that phrase before. And now I'm trying to do it and I don't know exactly how it's spelled.
I think I would Google foo.
Oh, it might be THROES. Wait, maybe. That means pain.
Jackie came home. That's where he went.
Yeah, I just wasn't saying that.
It's THROES.
It is ES? Apparently that definition is... I don't know, what is the definition of that? Like, synonyms for that are like agony and pain.
Well, when I put in the throes, it completed to that
throes
one,
of
and then in the
okay.
throes of depression, of death, of meaning. In the throes, John Moreland.
I need to change his phrase then, because the phrase is throes of a dream, and it's like... Installation stopped. What are you doing? You're only at 11.9%. What's wrong with you? Why? Why do you do this to me, you sick game? I forgot that there was an upload yesterday. Otherwise, I should have turned it on. But I haven't been on since Monday.
Let's see. I love this. Throes of passion. A dying person's final agony can be called death throes. In other common uses for this word is throes of passion. Throes are wrestling moves or those blankets you drape on furniture. And that's the THROWS.
Well, you're not wrong. Oh my gosh.
There it is. Corrected.
See, what's weird is I've heard the expression before, but the actual definition does not make sense in the context of the expression.
That's fair.
Because as a definition, it means any violent convulsion or struggle. Which, okay, yeah. That kind of works in the context of what I'm doing.
Did George just leave us live on his channel?
Technically, yes. Yes, he did.
Or did he pause the live stream?
Let's find out. It'd be on probably Twitch, right? Apparently, I need to be done
no,
on
he's
Twitch.
doing it through YouTube Gaming.
Never mind, I need to go to YouTube. Which is easier, because I have that one downloaded already. Just a second, what did you... Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot, I don't know where that went.
What, did you lose YouTube?
No, there was a notification I had earlier that I didn't look at when I had it, so now I was just looking at it now to figure out what was going on. Nothing you need to concern yourself about.
Okay, I wasn't so cool.
Ah, oh yeah, he's just left us going. Hello, stream. How are you doing today? There's a little bit of a delay from what I'm seeing on YouTube as opposed to what I imagine is going on right now. Actually, I can tell because I know when my name pops up in the corner. Okay, are you still flying Cade's ship?
Me? Yeah.
Yes. Okay, does George have some sort of fallen symbols on his wings? Is that what that is?
I'm not sure. That's Ikora's ship.
Ikora with the poop. I've actually never seen that ship before, so now I'm very confused. Also, it's a little...
Yeah, it was one of the first
Greetings, my clever friend.
yeah, I think it was like one of the first like special edition ships. So
I think it's kind of funny that the hunter, assuming you are playing your hunter, is flying Cade's ship, and the warlock is flying Ikora's ship.
yes, you need to get Ikora's ship so we can all have matching ships.
No, I'll stick with Cade's ship. Are you kidding me?
It's all thanks.
But you never use it anyway.
It's still in my garage. I like the transmat effect on the ship I have right now. That's pretty much
You
it.
can always re-get the transmat effect from the collections.
I know. It's annoying to try to save up the silver dust and then use it. Oh, we might have a George. Or at least a silent George. The Wulfboi is running.
How do you like my sword? Business improves daily.
I kind of want to make dramatic music while he's running. That'd be kind of entertaining for me.
Is this from the crystal?
But I have no idea what dramatic music there would be. James, turn around.
Ah! What?
He's right there.
Oh, okay.
Business improves daily. I am
Well, no, that was a waste.
What's a waste? I
The last
love-
thing
We
got
didn't
from
get
Spider.
the heroic event because some guys just decided, let's kill the giant fallen. Morons.
Oh, okay. That is annoying.
So I don't think this is a strike, is it?
No. I
No,
actually
I
came
think he
here to
just landed
get
you on the shore.
enhancement. No, I came to get enhancement cores while we were waiting for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you just landed it on the shore.
Okay, so we'll resume this in a little moment. I just need to take care of a couple things too. I'm also doing this just to
You're
keep
fine.
the stream going.
You're fine.
Gotta
It's
love
okay.
it.
I think we've been holding up pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah. I found out that the stream has a... Oh, geez, quite a bit of a delay, actually.
Oh yeah, you can't avoid that.
It's like several minutes from what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty standard. I could try to increase the, or decrease the lag, but I'm trying to go for image quality. I'm not sure how it's holding up, to be perfectly frank.
Increase the lag. Do it. Increase the lag.
Oh, it's doing piss
Lag
poor?
is life.
Huh? No, I'm just saying, you said, when you slipped up, instead of saying you could decrease the lag, you can increase the lag.
Oh.
Increase the lag. Do it. Be entertaining.
Increase the lag. Yeah, because that's what every content creator is going to want to do.
Well, it'll be something kind of entertaining instead of like, you know what? No, I accept this lag. I'm dealing with it. Let's go.
It's my
Lag,
lag and I
lag,
need it
lag.
now.
Because you can't do anything about it. The vampire gloves. They're so wonderful.
Yeah, and also the fact that I was able to put the shader on it, I'm very happy with that, so... It's little things.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Just the red?
Just the red. Well, it's the same shader
Nice.
I have on the red and gold for New Monarchy, but it's the theme that
Okay.
counts.
All right. And what's the bow? The vow?
The Vow, yep.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's the only one that does solar damage.
Yeah, maybe actually.
Because there's only 6 bows. 2 of them are primary. But I'm pretty sure only one is solar, and it's the vow.
Yeah, Le Monarch is...
Monarch is an exotic,
void.
so it doesn't count.
It's void.
So it's void, and what's the other one?
Trinity
The
Ghoul.
really fun, yeah, Trinity Ghoul. That one I'm pretty sure is Arc. But I could be wrong. I don't run the exotic bows as much. But I do have one of each bow. Or at least one of each kind of bow.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, back. Sorry. Called out. Okay, so.
You're fine. I did a technical difficulties thing earlier. So you can just cut it later if you want.
Da, 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 da.
He was like, oh, he stepped away. Technical difficulties!
Yeah.
And then it's cheesy music.
That was
I'm
the
not
worst.
yet at 20%.
That was the worst shot with a bow ever. I mean, of all time.
Of all time.
All time.
No, literally. Gregor, I was literally behind cover like this. I had the bowstring out.
Mhm.
I turned this way and I literally shot the wall. Worst shot with a bow
Nice.
ever.
So, you want to go to... do you want to take a quick run to the tower so we can get some bounties?
Yes, let's go to the tower.
Don't forget to talk to Banshee.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! I'm recording that. That was funny.
What happened?
What'd you do?
I shot a fallen with the bow and he like jumped. Like, in air.
Okay, please send me the clip, because I honestly have to put that in. Oh, scheiße. Of course, because the red dot's not lined up. Moron.
The dot.
I gotta try this again.
It could have just been the force of the boat, of the arrow hitting him. And then ragdoll physics messed up.
Just get headshots.
All
Alright, I'm gonna take us to the tower.
Just waiting for you to do it.
Okay, yeah. So, Le Monarch has quite a bit of force behind it.
Oh, did it happen again?
I shot a dreg. He just went about like 4 feet to the side.
Oh my.
What's up, kitty? What do you want, kitty? Yeah, that's what I thought. Stay shush.
She wants love and
That's right,
affection.
Stitch.
I call
No.
cats.
No. None of that. Not in this house.
Oh, I will always say that anytime you ask what's wrong with your cat.
What is it?
I'm gonna guess Kira.
Kita.
Kita, sorry.
Mm-hmm. No,
No,
because
Kara is who we play D&D with.
Yeah, right as I said that, I'm like, that was wrong. That was D&D.
Mm-hmm. What's the calico's name?
Belle.
You got it.
I know the kitties. I also know that Kita is the one who likes you more, so she's more likely to be the one you're talking to. She'll actually
No,
cuddle up next to you on the
actually,
couch.
Kita is not the one that likes me more.
Okay, now I'm confused.
The calico is the one that I like more.
Why is it almost every time you're always talking to Kita then?
Because Kita's the one that's always vocal. She's the one that always calls out.
Ah.
And that's why I always say I will never give her love and affection. Not that I won't ever give her
No.
love and affection, mind you. It just comes down to the fact that I just don't spoil her like that.
Aw. See, and then there'd be me, which is just, hi, kitty, and immediately love and affection.
You would make a horrible cat mom.
I would be a great cat mom.
You would be a cat mom. How's that?
Yeah. Yes, I would. Yay, I'm at 21%.
Oh, I forgot I have no shotgun.
And to anyone keeping
You're-
track, yes, my internet really is just that slow.
Woohoo! Your game can now legally drink.
True, true. I don't think I want a game to legally drink.
Are you kidding me? Look at all the colors of the warp.
George, no.
Man, yo, can you imagine dropping acid and then doing this?
Oh no, I don't want to. Honestly, that
Okay,
sounds like
do
a
you mean
nightmare
playing
unto
the
itself.
game? Or
Yes.
being stuck as a guardian?
No, I mean like dropping acid and then watching just the light show of the warp field.
Or just have
Dude,
like it
you'd
on
be
loop.
tripping out of your mind.
Yeah, no. No.
Can you imagine
Not
if you
that
just put
I've
in
ever
like
seen
a
way
purple
dropping acid
filter
will
on
ever
top
be
of that
appealing
too?
to me. That is insane.
It'll be like that one song playing in the background.
Oh, jeez.
I know the meme, I just don't know the name of said meme. Arguably that
I
makes
don't
I don't
either.
know the meme, but whatever.
I think I've heard it on top of a couple videos too. But I have no idea either. It's just kind of there.
Let me know when you're done
Like
getting your
so many
bounties.
things on the internet. It's just there.
Okay.
Eh. Eh.
Ooh, scout rifle. Rocket launcher, sweet. Ah, void.
Okay.
And it looks like the...
Well, that's not good. Well, that's not good.
What?
Oh. Nothing.
Flashpoint is on IO.
Yes. I took advantage of the heroic adventure in IO already, because, you know, needed that for Wayfarer, which I will still never get because RNG for as anything escalation protocol related is just going to be murder for me. Okay. That was a failed attempt. There you are.
I don't like grenade. I don't like grenade launchers, and I don't have a good enough shotgun.
Wait,
Don't you have?
couldn't you just use the colony?
I forgot I had that.
Yeah. It would make
was
it a
gonna
whole
say,
lot
or
easier.
fighting
You literally
lion,
just
don't you
fire
have
and
that one?
forget. It'll take care of itself. Crap!
George, no, choose life.
Listen, it wasn't my choice to make. I just really suck at platforming. I've turned into the Charlie of Team Jad jokes.
A reference nobody gets.
Listen, anyone
for
who's been with
those
the channel
talking.
for, Christ, close to 4 or 5 years from like that far back, they would know what I mean. But for those who aren't really initiated, a member of our overall gaming group of friends, not a clan, basically we have one of our dear noble leaders who can't platform for crap in Destiny 2. He dies every time.
Is it just Destiny, or is it just in general?
I think in general, but
No,
in
it's in
Destiny 2
general.
he was mostly vocal about that. Especially since most
There's
of the
also
content we
Destiny
Yeah,
made.
one,
or doing
too.
the raids in Destiny 1.
30 minutes at that platforming section in the
Vault of
King's Raid.
Glass.
Vault of
Vault of
Glass.
Glass, and in Wrath of the Machine. There were a couple platforming sections.
Although it does beg to question which is the most egregious for having platforming involved in it.
I barely have any memory of these, so I have no idea.
Well,
What, Vault of Glass or Kingsfall?
Oh, I don't think I ever did Kingsfall, actually. But Vault of Glass, I barely remember. Like, I know I did it, but I don't remember it at all. I remembered...
Go.
Yeah, I remember Wrath of
Too
the
tired.
Machine. I remember the different sections in that. And laughing maniacally several times. But
Okay, so
I don't
back
remember
to strikes.
Vault of Glass at
back
all.
to strikes.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
And
cut
I'll
you off.
throw on.
You're fine.
Oh, thank you. I do try with my appearance.
And I'll switch over to Void.
Aww.
Oh, speaking
That'd be
of,
the
I
next
found
one.
the next armor color that I want to go for. Bluish
Oh.
gray with gold or yellow trim.
Interesting.
It sounds... Is there a specific armor coloration that actually has that, or is that what you're looking for?
That's what I'm looking for the most part, but to be perfectly honest, I doubt I'll find it, but if I ever do, awesome.
Cade
Although,
studs.
realistically, the only folks who would understand that, and that's if it doesn't fly completely over their heads, would be 40k followers.
And look at Cade studs. It has, I think, 3 out of 4 of those colors.
Yes, but it's mostly brown. Brown's not the color I'm going for.
You want a different base.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Well, you know what they
this,
say.
this could be interesting. Hold on.
So which of the 40k... what are they? Clans? What are they called?
Chapters.
Chapters. It has those coloration.
Space Wolves.
Space Wolves. Oh, okay. I should have
That's a
guessed.
silly question.
Hey.
Well, it was either that or Vulcan's salamanders. But I think his are green, is that right?
Yeah, green, gold, and black, and some combination of those three.
I just remember
Vulcan
him
lives!
having a green suit. And they're insane and it's hilarious.
I want to boot this newt.
Vulcan, do not,
Boo.
do not.
Do not boop that merry suicide bomber.
Oh,
I am going to
It
press
just
this
be a,
page out.
it'll be a little boop on its noggin.
I wish to pet this tiny
You know, I feel
amphibious
no-
creature.
I feel no sorrow or anything about him temporarily dying in that situation, purely because his boop was a full-on fist to the face.
Oh.
I
There
just
was
laugh
no booping
after the
involved. It was
fact.
just punching a frog. He was
Bruv.
punching a suicide bombing frog.
Bravo Fabusa, thank you for doing that character of Vulcan. It is
Oh,
life.
it's fantastic. It really is. That's
I mean,
like,
between
when you
that and
first had
Slime
me
Marble.
watch the series, I watched that episode first, and that was hilarious, and got me to watch the rest of it.
That sounds
He's
like
only in
worst
one
spin-off
other
ever.
one, but I didn't care. It's written by the same people, so it had to be just as funny, and it was.
But they also included a
It's
lot
also
more
really
facts in that.
Freaking weird. Yeah, the little factoids that popped up in the corner were helpful for someone like me who had no idea what was going on.
No context.
For anyone watching and curious, we are referring to the If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device, which is a series on YouTube for Warhammer 40k.
Okay, I'm about to be a terrible fire team member.
Why?
Did you forget to pick up your bounties?
No. Never mind. They fucked this up. I was actually gonna stay behind and do that cryopod thing for one of those for the bounty from the callus thing.
Oh, but then he chose to be a good fire team member and went with the strike. Woo! Haha! Survived. I stuck the landing.
Such a pleasant human being.
I almost did not. No, they didn't activate. No, Morons weren't activating the event.
Ah. I see.
I mean, yeah, of course I was being a good fire team leader.
Uh-huh. What's funny about it is we always will pick you as a fire team leader. I don't like being in charge. I
Same.
really hate it. Whenever I'm the fire team leader, I'm like, I don't want to pick where we're going and make somebody else the fire team leader.
Oh yeah, you're usually just immediately like, why is this happening? You're like,
There's like, I don't
'Cause
want
it
this.
is.
Make this go to somebody else. Oh, you're somebody else.
Although, funny enough, every
You
time
are
you
the
always
dad
do
and you do
randomly
dad
in that
jokes.
case, if James is not in the party or if he's not the first one that pops up, you immediately stick it to either me or Dave.
That is also true. There's a hierarchy. Okay, not really. It's actually no. Now that I think about it, there kind of is. It'll go to James first because he's the dad in Team Dad Jokes. He's the one who's like, okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, fine. I'm indecisive. We'll do whatever. My brother is the same way, where it's like, we're gonna do this. Okay, fine. I don't care. I just want to play. George, you're like me. We're just like, I don't want to be in charge.
Yeah,
I just want to play.
yeah. I'd rather just be the gun pointing in the right direction. Let someone else be the one gripping the handle.
Pretty much.
That's sounding weird.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't have to point it out because that made it worse.
I know. It's just one of those things that when I really catch it, I really freaking catch it. And it just bothers me to my core, the fact that I said it. Unironically. Bye.
31.8%. 32%.
Why do
There is
I
progress
keep
being
messing
made.
with this revolver?
Was that in text-to-speech?
No. That's
No.
literally me being mad at myself for
It's
missing.
just you right now? Okay.
Yeah.
It sounded so much like a quote of something.
Although, I gotta say, the episode where they covered the Secret Inquisitor, Jacques Draco,
The secret inc- Oh,
Magnus
no.
just egging on everybody was just
No.
funny.
No. Magnus was... Okay.
Magnus is
So
life,
as somebody
we know.
who actually... Magnus is just one of my favorite characters in that. But as somebody who really does love stories and books, there's two kinds of critique artists or critiquers, whatever. Magnus is the second kind, which is, this is a horrible book. I love this because it's horrible. I love this because it's awful and it makes me laugh because it's so bad and it's taking itself so seriously. I'm the same way with horrible movies. There are several awful movies that I actually enjoy because they're so awful they bring me joy.
What's a good example of that, if you don't mind me asking?
The Room.
Oh, no.
I
No.
haven't seen that. I was gonna say the 2017 Mummy.
Wow,
You know, there's
really?
merit to that argument, actually.
It's, by a lot of people, a bad film. Going through the story, there's plot holes, there's weird stuff. They messed up so much actual Egyptian mythology that when I went to the theaters to see it, I was cringing. Because if you're gonna do Egyptian mythology, at least get the names of the gods right. So yeah, it's kind of bad. I adore it.
Who is that? That is the god Roy.
Roy. Ah, what did I miss? Shit, what did I miss? Yeah, there we go. Onto the pedestal. There we go.
So yeah, Magnus enjoying that book is something I can understand because I'm the same way with films, but at the same time I'm just like, no, that can't be real. That's too bad to be real.
But the Emperor replaying that faked clip, of course, of
I don't
Nosy
know,
and
that's because they might next the movie.
That was, everything about that just hurt, and it was laughable.
Oh yeah. It's so bad. I almost want to find this book.
Just to read
see
it,
if
just to
it's
see for
real.
yourself.
Yes. Just like, can it really be that bad? And then just, if I ever do find it and read it, you will get a text that says, it's that bad. No context. It will just say, it's that bad.
If anyone has a copy of the Secret Inquisitor Trials and Diaries of Jacques Draco from the Warhammer 40k, send me a link. I will gladly pass it off to her to read.
I will read that atrocity. I will attempt to read that atrocity. There's only so much crap I can read. And I've read some sad attempts at the written word. Just so many. Oh dear.
Are you having flashbacks?
At this exact moment, yes, I am. As I sit in front of my computer writing, yes, I am.
Oh, I did get one of those bounties completed.
I should have to check mine.
Apparently, I
at some
lit
point.
the way.
There we go. Everything's right with the world again.
Everything is right with the world.
Listen, when explosions
World's
don't
not
kill
burning
shield
and
bearers, something's wrong. Make
Yeah, there's
explosions
always
lethal
something
again.
wrong. The moon is haunted. I'm not looking forward to that at all. Can I just say that?
What?
Going to the moon again. If the moon creeped me out in Destiny 1, it's gonna be so much worse. I don't want to go to the moon.
Moon's haunted.
The moon's haunted.
What?
I don't know. I think it was probably, might have been Dave.
Oh,
Sends the
shit.
picture. Astronaut lands back on Earth. Hey, what are you doing back so soon? Moon's haunted. I'm sorry, what? Astronaut cocking shotgun and getting back into the rocket. Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me. I'm legitimately afraid of the moon now.
NASA researcher, why are you taking a gun with you on the space shuttle? Moon's haunted. But
Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted.
No, you don't want to take a gun on a space shuttle because there's nothing that's going to stop it and it's going to keep going. And if it ruptures the walls of the shuttle, you're going to die. You want a taser.
Yeah,
a
that's why.
strong
Listen,
taser that's
Moon's
going to
haunted.
incapacitate and kill everything.
But that's why you go out of the ship and you aim away from the ship. Where have you been?
Moon's haunted.
What if... Here's a question. No, I just answered that question. Never mind. I was going
Oh.
to say, if you stood on the moon and shot at the Earth, would the bullet eventually land? Then I remembered if it did get to the Earth, like the Earth didn't move in the time between the bullet traveling from the moon to the Earth, it would be
Disintegrated.
in atmo or re-entry. It would be melted to nothing.
Melted wouldn't be the right word. I would say disintegrated.
Well, I mean, it would kind of be melted because it would just kind of boil away at itself into dust.
Yeah, but it's also going to be meeting so much wind resistance, it's literally going to be ripped asunder.
Yeah. Well, there's the heat on re-entry and the other sudden atmosphere change. So, yeah, it would go poof.
Yeah.
What if you got a really big bullet though?
Oh no. Okay, so
Like that would be the sneakiest, most obscene way to kill somebody.
then we would
You have
literally
to stand at this spot a month later.
we would literally need to do something akin of getting a howitzer round, just drop it, let gravity do its work, and upon re-entry, the lead casing outside of it melts away, while a tungsten rod that's inside of its core keeps on going the rest of the way.
Yeah. Can you imagine that'd be the most elaborate way to assassinate somebody though? Because you'd have to have them stand in the exact right spot at the right time.
Yeah.
Fun fact,
Yeah,
I actually
should've been.
explored that possibility in Call of Duty.
I feel really sad now. Like, surprisingly impressed, actually, with the writers for Call of Duty, but also sad.
Well, it's actually based off of a proposed weapon design where basically a satellite will go out into orbit,
I-
loaded with tungsten rods, hover
have
over
to
a target, and
see
just
it
drop the
probably.
tungsten rod.
So you have to go.
What was that, James?
Oh, we have lost Griever.
What
Okay.
was that?
Oh, I was just wondering if you said you had to go. You said something about
Oh
George was talking about
no.
being here.
Denise was watching Mysteries of the Abandoned, and one of the locations that they were kind of showcasing looked like something from a Doctor Who episode, but she couldn't remember which one.
Really? What was it?
Oh, also another fun fact there, Stariel. The force of a tungsten rod, especially at the proposed dimensions that the article and paper that it was based off of suggested, upon re-entry and upon contact with the surface of the Earth, it would have the same kinetic force as a nuclear bomb. Slightly more than the Hiroshima bomb without the fallout.
Is it bad that I really want to see this play out?
Yes, it is horrible if
Hey,
you
Like
George,
the
say that you
scientific
want
Did you
part
know
of my
that
brain
was
really
also
wants to
kind
see
of-
exactly what happens and see the fallout of this.
Oh, there's
Hey,
no
George,
fallout.
did you also know that that was the idea behind like the big like terrorist weapon from G.I. Joe: Rise of Cobra?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least the second movie. The president who was actually Zartan wound up threatening all of the countries if they don't bow down to the United States and Cobra, that they would basically be destroyed. And I think they used London as an example of it.
Oh, why London?
And it was
Because it's one of the major cities
what
that's
they
always
did
destroyed
was
first in
they were
movies.
they basically had a satellite that would fire tungsten rods from a satellite.
Well, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, sure. Wulfboi, when I say the fallout, I mean not
Ah.
like a nuclear fallout where there's radiation you have to deal with, but if something hits the ground with that much force to create an impact, such as an atomic bomb, it's going to leave marks in... The tectonic plates, for one, are going to be shifted a little bit. Because if you're doing it with just force, not... Because, yeah, there's force in the atomic bomb, but it's different if something's actually crashing into the Earth like a meteor, like a tungsten rod would. So it would affect the tectonic plates, and it would probably create earthquakes. Depending on where you hit it, you could get enough of an earthquake to get a tsunami to form and start wipe out everything.
Along
and
the
it would
coast, of
probably
course.
affect just every. It would affect so many little things. It'd be interesting to see exactly what it would do.
Yeah, it is pretty horrible that you want to see that play out. Maybe they'll come out with a simulation
It's
game
not that I
that'll
want-
play that out.
Yeah. Potentially, too, depending when you hit it, you could trigger a volcanic eruption.
You scare me.
This is just fascinating, dude. This is science.
But at what
'Cause,
cost?
yeah, if you hit it hard enough, if you're just hitting the ground like a comet, and it would create a divot in the ground. If you hit where there's a, I don't remember what a submerged volcano is called before it peaks. But if it hit that, the magma would spurt out everywhere, and then having somewhere to escape out of, it would just shoot up and create a volcano on the spot. And just wipe out everything around it, not from the... Because as well as the force going around, there's now a divot, and the ground is shooting up, and the tectonic plates are shifting, which would create a volcano, and then would just wipe out everything with magma. And if you're near the ocean's going to slash back as well, and it's going to fight the volcano. And there's going to be a tsunami going outside of that, like the one... I want to say early 2000s. There was a giant tidal wave that was formed from an earthquake that was several thousand miles away. It should be something like that. It should be really cool. It'd also be interesting to see what it does to buildings around the area. Like if there were buildings to be demolished. Like would they just shatter? Would they poof into dust? Or would they crash back and then land in just scattered remnants that you usually see in TV shows whenever the city gets destroyed?
This is Stargal, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi! There's a reason I play the mad scientist on our show.
This is true.
She's not wrong.
Now I'm just thinking about that. That'd be so interesting. Like, it'd be horrible to happen to a planet populated with people, but if you could simulate it in a non-populated planet, that'd be cool.
Again, terrifying.
Oh, what if it hit the ocean? Ooh.
Okay, so I think it's probably for the best that we change the subject. Because there are so many different things where it's like, I understand where science is coming from. I don't like the idea mechanics behind it.
Well, what if you, idea mechanics aside, what if you changed it to a meteor? Like, not something man-made, but something of force and strength.
Then you
Still.
would need to find some way to move said meteor, if it's not already stationary, down into an orbit and calculate its trajectory when you don't even know how it's going to tumble, meet wind resistance, crack, because you don't know the density of it. Yeah, that's too many things. Not only that, if you even slip up a little bit of a calculation, instead of just the desired small localized destruction that you would probably seek to do, you would literally toast a good portion of the Earth in a cataclysmic way, more so than what a tungsten rod that's directed would do.
It's true.
Mind you, I'm only talking about it from a straight down perspective. I'm not taking
True,
into
at an angle it would
consideration.
also be interesting.
Yeah, it would need to have a speed that would actually not get knocked around by the tempestuous winds in the upper atmosphere, which personally I don't think a tungsten rod would be able to resist as well as the paper proposes. Of course, I am not a scientist. I don't know for a fact. I'm just going based on what my hunches tell me.
True. Wait, I need to step away for a moment, so I'll be right back.
OT. So while our local mad scientist is out to play, why don't we get back to Destiny 2, kids? The only doomsday weapons we need to worry about are all these death robots from the future.
Oh God, why am I the last guardian standing?
Something about overwhelming force meeting a movable object. It's okay, I got 10 seconds. Back to life, here I come.
I forgot how much fun the colony is.
It's a perfect cheese weapon, but I hate it in PvP. Note to self: wipe out enemies before. Make it easier on self. Oh, there's one more wave. I forgot about that for the strike. That's one less big in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Doors open. Anything we should know as we go in? Genesis Prime working tirelessly to block my fire team's advance on his terminus.
Ooh.
He reconfigured reality itself to stop us. It would not surprise me in the least if he intends to employ the same strategy with you, Assistant.
Reality seems pretty well configured in here, but we'll keep our eye out.
You know, I think that pretty much just means that Asher was just lost for a stupid amount of time and he just doesn't want to admit it.
Probably.
Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Woo, I made it far. Holy crap. Gotta make it further. Hup. There we go. Speed. Well, that happened. Bungie, fix this.
Why? What happened to you?
I got shot through a wall by a goblin, or a hobo goblin.
Hobo goblin? Oh, those are the worst kinds of goblins.
Right. I can't summon vehicles in here because I already burned through my one. As far as here, there was no
Hey,
way for
George.
that hobo goblin to hit me from here.
Oh, good. Heavy ammo.
Thank the traveler.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, George.
Mm.
George, look. I have the official team colony.
Oh, you painted it?
Colony?
Nice. The grenade launcher.
Ah. See, I was thinking colony like a population of individuals, and I'm like, sorry, what?
Yeah, he owns an entire colony.
I feel uncomfortable suddenly.
Well, it's not like he's making anyone drink Kool-Aid.
Not yet, anyway.
I don't understand. Why is Kool-Aid bad? Kool-Aid is a delicious drink for a hot summer day.
I don't want to get demonetized, so I won't say.
Okay! Oh, I'm at 50%.
Oh, no.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow, the orbs that you guys dropped before,
Mm-hmm.
like, completely refilled my super.
Well, that's funny.
Effects share one key ability, the power to
Oh,
infect
don't
the
die.
very nature of one's existence.
Realize I'm saying that, and I'm delayed by 2 minutes, so...
It's the little things, Chels. It's the little things.
Just trying. Like the blooper episode for season 5, episode 1,
Mm-hmm.
for Team Dad Joke Strikes, or Strike Force, whatever.
Or whatever. Yeah, it's not like she was part of it.
I don't remember what the official title is. All I know is I was in it. And at one point my internet was so bad, I couldn't hear what they were saying, but they could
Oh,
hear
that
me.
was like... That was actually the third episode.
Was it? Okay. Remember,
Yeah,
it was
the
early
third
on, and for some
episode.
reason, I couldn't hear you. I could hear David, but I couldn't hear you. And I was also had to open Twitch on my phone so I could keep track of what was going on. And I was repeating everything 2 minutes after it happened.
The best was like towards the end when I just had enough of it, and I was just getting so goddamn annoyed.
Oh, yeah.
I think
That was
we
hilarious.
like had you for like a split second, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Okay, I can't hear anything," and I'm like, "But we can hear you. Can you hear us?" "Yeah, I can hear you, Dave." "James, she can't hear you." I'm like, "She hasn't been able to hear me for the last 20 minutes."
That was hilarious. I was dying. Like, it was really awful kind of at the time because the internet was being stupid. But at the same time, I was just laughing because
For the
like you were
loss.
getting so frustrated about it. Oh yeah. Life's too short to always get upset. I mean, why be angry? It's just a waste of energy.
Oh,
I would have gone back for one, not
no,
going
it
back for
put me all
both.
the way back here. That's bullshit.
That's the strike, dude.
You should now find yourself staring into the inscrutable
Yeah, we go.
nostril of a slumbering machine.
Yeah, but I had made it past all of these stupid things already.
Sorry,
How'd you die then?
you're sure about that?
But that's part of the challenge is getting past the stupid things.
A friggin' hobo goblin got me.
Ah,
The worst kind
the
of
hobo
goblin.
goblins. Dun dun dun. I'm proud of my legacy. I don't care if it's not just me who's ever said it. I'm still proud.
No, it's a good legacy to hold.
It should literally be a shirt design onto itself. Just get like one of those Vex goblins and just put like a bunch of like loose, ragged, dirty clothes on it. It's a hobo goblin.
Oh, jeez.
You
there's
had
me
it
just
wandering
thinking
around,
Of the words.
George.
Hmm.
You have it wandering the fields of
Mercury.
Venus with a little Mercury with a stick and a stick and a cloth on its back.
That's going way
And I
back.
was just thinking of like a picture of the Vex and then words next to it. That does say hobgoblin and not hobo goblin, right?
Just have a picture of like a warlock putting glasses over her helmet.
Just kind of like, dyslexia strikes again.
A dyslexic warlock. That's, I don't know why. It sounds horrible to say, but it sounds funny to me to think about.
That is my life, dude. I love reading and books and scientific things, and the words jumble up. It is fun.
Now, you are Magnus.
Well, you know what? I can live with that, I think.
Half the fun is the trial.
I don't think I'm nearly that conniving as his character, but I'm okay with that comparison.
Boo.
That's Vulcan.
That's not Magnus.
Although,
That's a Vulcan.
okay,
Magnus is the giant red chicken man.
parrot, but whatever. I don't care what anyone says. He looks more like a parrot to me.
Wings. The wings are more parrot-like, I will definitely say. Well,
Just an ominous pit.
okay. It depends on what bird you're looking at. If you're looking at a scarlet macaw, then yes. If you're looking at just a red hen, it looks like chicken wings.
A Rhode Island red.
I have no idea. I
Fairy tale?
don't know specifics of chicken breeds.
I was never a
All
farmer.
I know is chickens are evil, and I don't like them. They taste good, but they're evil when they're alive.
You're on Brachion's doorstep.
I feel like
That
there's a
and when you cut
story
off their
behind that
heads, they'll run around with their
statement.
head cut off for a little bit. I've just spent. My grandparents had chickens. They still have chickens. And when I visited them growing up, I thought it was cool because this is an animal I do not have, and I like animals. So I'd go in to see the chickens. I don't know what I was thinking. I might have just been going to collect the eggs one morning, but one of the chickens attacked me.
Hmm.
Like, not viciously. I didn't bleed or anything. He just kind of jumped and kind of flew and pecked me in the hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like, ow, what the? It was a surprising force for such a little creature.
Yeah. After getting attacked by ducks, I have a certain view of them. Geese even more
Ducks?
so.
Ducks and geese are evil. Geese specifically are evil. I will stand by that. I'm surprised whenever somebody says geese are nice, because they are evil. They have teeth. Animals with beaks should not have teeth, but they have teeth. They have teeth on their tongues. That is wrong.
Don't cats have something like that?
No, cats have a serrated tongue more. If you actually look at a picture of a geese's tongue, there are teeth on the side. It is creepy.
And
Geese will also hit you with their wings too, which have quite a bit of force to them. So if they beat you with their wings, they'll leave bruises.
And people say geese are elegant. Couldn't be further from the truth.
Oh, looking at them, they're like, if they're kind of far away. Well, I mean, even if you just watch them, they're like the way they like move their necks and their bodies and their wings. It is very pretty to watch. They open their mouths and then honk and try to attack you. You realize that they're demons in disguise.
God, I hate them even more and more the more you talk about them.
Oh, I know so many things. No, I had a relative who was afraid of birds, all birds actually, because she was attacked by geese as a child. That, and they used to kind of haunt the golf course by my grandparents' house growing up. Different
Haunt?
grandparents than the ones who had the chickens.
They didn't live
roosted on
there,
the
they
golf course
haunted
every
it?
year. Yes. They roosted on the golf course every year.
It's official, everyone. Geese
Which is a
haunt
problem
places.
They do. They're territorial and they haunt places.
It's freaking evil.
They are.
Huh. Charlie is broadcasting. I wonder what he is broadcasting.
Oh.
Who broadcasts?
He do broadcast on,
He's
Ah.
playing.
on the Twitch.
Oh my god. He's playing Strange Brigade with Craig.
Oh,
Or the Strange Brigade.
that sounds
I
worth
don't
it.
know, but he's playing with Craig.
I think I might have met this person once or twice online.
Once, probably. Well, even stuff.
I don't know.
If you guys want to show support to good content
Legitimately, the
creators, go
first
to
time
Twitch
I
and
met
visit
all
Charlie.
of you guys. Oh, go on.
I think it's most probably the Team DBAH channel.
Probably.
Twitch.com/teamdebate.
Over there.
DBAH.
Stands for Don't Be a Hero. Because that's how you die in video games. You be the hero.
Yes.
Never be the hero.
That's why I've died repeatedly in video games.
And you refuse to learn your lesson. You're like the old manfish from SpongeBob.
I slowly
How
learned
many
my
times do we have to
lesson,
teach you this
because
lesson,
whenever
old
we do a
man?
nightfall, I'm the one playing the scared little coward and hiding in the back while you two are dead. And I
This
refuse
is
to move
true.
forward.
I will not give her this.
Ouch, you wound me.
Rune of Desire and any red rune. I think I actually have one of
You
those
are
now.
a sarcastic creature.
Sarcasm is entertaining.
So, yeah.
Somehow, when I said sarcasm is entertaining, I thought of... Oh, what's his name? A character from Text to Speech. The Centurion.
Wow.
Rogaldorn, that's who it is. This is entertaining.
I am confused. And what was it that you said? I am perplexed. I am confused, and also redundant.
Oh, that one, yeah.
This, too, is funny. Clapping.
We
We
show
slap
expressions
the
of
fleshy
joy.
bits of our hands together. This is funny. It's like, well, when you put it like that, yes, it is funny. It's not that clapping is somewhat of a universal gesture, though.
Is it though? I don't know if it is.
Well, I mean, if you clap for a child, they'll be happy.
Well, yeah, I guess since universally children are just. Ugh.
I'll
Also,
say,
still one of the best things ever was I want to say I think it was Dave sent it as part of his little
Tirade.
his like daily memes or whatever.
His daily jokes,
And
yeah.
and it was the kid was walking and he goes, "Daddy, look, I walk," and I go, "Oh, that's great, buddy, you're doing great." And like a meteor's coming
A
towards
meteor
it,
comes out of nowhere.
it hits the kid. Person standing next to the dad is like, "Oh my god!" And he goes, "Shh, shh, don't react."
Don't say anything.
We'll see what we can do.
The kid goes on like, "Look, Daddy, meteor hit me. That's great, buddy. You're doing wonderful."
He's doing all kinds of crazy
If you don't acknowledge their pain, children are invincible.
I wish that was untrue.
Which is...
But I had many of my younger cousins prove that otherwise to me.
To some degree, I think it is true, because they definitely react, just from my experience with small children, if you show worry about, like, their cut, injury, bruise, whatever, then they'll start to be more concerned about it and will start crying more. Whereas if you're more lighthearted about it, they'll be more okay with it.
That does explain a lot about how boys are raised.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm confused. What?
Well, many of the times that I've gotten hurt before, my dad would just look at me and he's like, "All right, rub salt in it." And I'm just like, okay. Ow, it hurts. Yes, that's how you know you're alive. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Every
That's not-
time you mention your father, it's really amusing because he seems like such a stoic, like, what's the expression used for the centurion?
Okay,
Straight
not
man,
gonna
is
lie,
that
I
the
kind of
reference,
forgot
the
how
trope?
much fun the
Archetype?
colony actually is.
He does have that going for him. Yeah, he does have that going for him. But he's much more jolly than any Rogaldorn, I'll say that.
Like, it's just fantastic. I remember when I did meet him, though, you were telling him about unicorning in Destiny.
Yeah, and he just looked at me cockeyed like, should I be concerned? I'm like, no, not really. And it's like, oh, okay.
And I'm just there like, don't be, just leave it be. Just as long as they don't do it in real life, I mean.
Well, considering...
Speaking of, though, hey, James, do you want to show
Yeah.
Wulfboi's viewers what we're referring to?
No, no, no,
What?
no, 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 no. We got mission to do.
We're making good progress.
For those concerned or confused, we refer to that as when a unicorning, when a hunter throws their knife and manages to peg the other person in the middle of the forehead. So the knife is like a unicorn's horn.
Let's also be specific of the fact that he has to do it to a warlock, apparently.
When
Yes,
was that
traditionally
brought
a
up? I think you've
unicorn
done it
is
to
a
Titans
warlock.
before too, haven't you?
You did. He only did that just to see if it would make me a tricorn, because I had a helmet that had a horn on it.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like Cade and his
somebody a tricorn,
beautiful
you
horn.
shoot them with the Trinity Ghoul.
Beautiful,
His
beautiful,
beautiful horn. Now, if you want to make somebody a trihorn, just shoot them with Trinity Ghoul, because then they have 3 arrows in their head.
And then
Because with the lovely
or,
addition of arrows, the warlocks can fight back.
or you shoot the guy, or you shoot the hunter in the junk, and then you can use the Polish phrase that my grandmother taught me so many years ago, and it would be almost proper.
Should we ask what the Polish phrase is?
Is it something that would get us in trouble?
Well, okay, well, one, it's a foreign language, so I don't think anyone would.
And the good news is I
Really
don't
be
have any
kinda
viewers in
holding
Poland.
it
Anyway.
Well, I mean, that's how they got
Exactly.
around the censored
And
by the
besides-
Firefly.
And besides, who even knows if my grandmother actually taught me the way to properly say it? So,
There is that.
At some point, you're going to have to tell us what that phrase is. I was just thinking, you know, if more than one person has arrows, they can turn the third party member into a peacock by repeatedly shooting them in the rear. I'm not at all bitter about this.
I think she's bitter about it.
a little bit.
Step away for 5 minutes. Come back to my character looking like a peacock.
To be fair, it wasn't multicolored.
True. Although that'd be really entertaining.
Listen, there's already enough peacocking with the festival dance that our guardians unlocked way back when.
Oh, I love the festival dance. I brought that back out of the vault.
I still remember
Oh,
Charlie's
really?
reaction to that. He's like, oh, he's gone full native. Oh, he's gone full native.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It would be rather entertaining to see you go all out for Carnival.
To be honest, you know, in spite of my Brazilian heritage, Carnival is not a thing to me or my family. But I guess for lulz, it wouldn't hurt.
It would be so much fun. If you and your wife did it, she would probably get a kick out of it. Just be like a fun, random thing to do.
Now you made me want to make her do it.
Yes. I live for cute couple things, okay? I live for the fluff of the world. It brings me so much joy.
You're basically the person that Magnus sent the restraining order to. For your birthday,
No,
I've
because
given
I
you
wouldn't-
a restraining order.
In order. I will say no to that because I would not just randomly chuck rocks at some poor guy going grocery shopping for milk.
I would. Listen, it's 40K.
You are the person who would get the restraining order.
Listen, it's 40K. There are all kinds of evil in the universe. I would just be so small in comparison.
That doesn't mean you need to add to it.
Doesn't mean I should stifle myself from doing it.
Oh gosh. This is like an ethics question that should not be answered in a podcast format.
Oh god, we
Or
really
live
don't
stream
need to go
format or
down that
whatever.
rabbit hole again. Because the last time we did that, we did it in a text format.
The last time that happened, which was 2 days ago, I was at work. I don't check my phone at work. So I go to lunch, and all of a sudden, there are
Walls of text.
51 messages from Griever and my brother. Just them. George said like 2 things in the entire thing.
Yep.
It was just them going on and on and on. I'm just like, holy crap. What is wrong with you two boys?
I loved every second of it
And
because
my
it was a
friend just
perfect
like,
excuse
don't
just for me
read
to
all of
sit
it,
back.
Just skip through it. That was ridiculous.
That was fun.
My friend's just like, just don't read it through all of it. Just skip it. And I'm like, but I kind of want to know what happens. Why are they so mad at each other?
They weren't.
They're not. They're just ragging on each other because they can.
Mm-hmm. That's the power of friendship, kids.
The power of friendship.
That's true.
You can annoy somebody else, and they will still be friends with you.
That's true. Honestly, I kind of like text George about this afterwards. I was like kind of like legitimately concerned. I'm like, I think I may have taken it too far with that last little ring of texts. And George's only response was, "I saw." And
I saw. If
and then
if
I'm
you
like,
guys hadn't, if you guys
I
hadn't
don't
made
know.
up
I
for
don't
lack
know
of a
if Dave's
better
gonna be
word,
mad at me or not, because I think I don't know if I stepped over a line. He goes, "I saw." I'm like, I think I may have killed
oh, I
Team
saw you
Bad
step
Jokes.
over that line. You did it.
You make me sound so horrible.
And then I'm
George,
like,
of
I think
our-
I killed Dean Dad Jokes. And they're like, let's see what his reaction is first.
Wulfboi, of our group, you are by far, I will say, the most conniving, because you will just poke people and then just watch. You'll just let it unfold.
Okay, but in my defense, I didn't actually stoke that whole fire. I just sat back and watched.
No,
I didn't
you
have to
didn't.
do anything.
No, at one
George-
point you just commented, wow, this is like a full-on podcast in text form. And then I liked that comment, because apparently you can do that with an iPhone. Like, honestly, if you guys hadn't made up by the time that I got home, I probably would have asked my brother, are you okay? But by that time, he'd already said, yeah, we're good. I'm like, okay, I believe him. For now. I mean,
Well, he
My
did.
family can
Well,
hold
I mean, he
grudges
did
sometimes.
say that he wasn't legit. He wasn't actually mad at me. It was just, he ended the conversation at that point, which is kind of what I agreed to. So,
Yeah. Had it
Um,
kept going, that would have been
Concerning,
potentially bad. Yeah. My family can hold grudges sometimes.
Oh,
I
now that you
joke we
say
have
that.
angry German blood. It's true.
Huh. To put a little context to that too, I mean, it's not exactly a favorable family trait, but there's a little bit of like, in the back of our minds, it doesn't go away until it's addressed very vocally, usually with a high volume. So, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm in much of the same vein.
Yeah.
Though,
Yep,
to be
that's...
accused as
Yay,
as the
bad
most
traits.
conniving of the group, oh my god, I'm still crying from that accusation
You are.
because I can't exactly refute.
You're not, and I wish I could come up with a better term for it, and I probably will, like, tomorrow in the middle of work.
Mm-hmm.
But you are the most conniving because you'll just kind of poke people and then just watch it unfold. You won't let it get to the point where it's like, okay, this is bad. Let's like if it actually gets to a point, you'll step in and be like, okay, guys, let's calm down. But you'll just kind of poke people's buttons and then watch them go at it,
Mm-hmm.
like arguing.
Yeah, that is
And
true.
it's just kind of entertaining sometimes to be on the sidelines, just come up. What did you do? Oh, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? Stares at two people arguing. You did something.
And to be honest, it reminds me of that video of a crow starting a fight between two different cats, and then mediating it after the fact. Yeah,
I've seen that.
that was
Crows
like
are so funny.
it is an accurate description of what I tend to do. It's not something that I take pride in. It's also not something that I am ready to stop at any point because life is more funny with conflict.
Well, I think to some degree there is a little bit of pride there. At least I would if I were you, because that also means you can see and you can read people that well, that you know exactly what would poke them. And people reading is an admirable trait.
I mean, is it though?
okay, what?
Well, being able to tell if somebody's angry or sad or what pokes their buttons, yeah. Is there people who can't do that? And then you just kind of stare at them like, why?
Why, Callus? Why do you give
On
me
a
such things?
On a different topic. So we've gone over George is the conniving, or Wulfboi's the conniving one. Griever is the dad figure.
Mm-hmm.
What would my brother be?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. Does he just kind of
Ooh.
the competitive one?
I
don't know.
opened the door.
You opened a door?
Opened the door.
How
One of
did
my
you
favorite
open the
lines
door?
from Ever After. I will go down in history as the man who opened a door.
On the other side of badass over here, you have to put your tribute.
On the plate?
Yeah.
There's no prompt.
Maybe you haven't gotten the whatever to open the door yet.
Hold on. Let me reread the pursuit. Hold on. Speak to the village of Callus in the tribute hall aboard the Leviathan. Okay. I shall speak to the big, opulent one. Via remote mechanism, Callus presents you with your first tribute. Take this, find a suitable place of honor for it, little guardian, and let me see you fill this whole hall until it overflows with the evidence of your golden strength. Oh, I had to click on it. Okay, go.
Why does that sound like an innuendo?
Listen, I had to put a rod in a slot. I don't know what to tell you.
You had to take your rod and put it in the slot.
What else would you call that? It's literally a giant pole that's stuck in a hole.
So you took your pole and put it in the hole.
Yes, yes. I took my pole and I put it in the hole. Yes. Huh.
Okay.
Did you take your stick and put it in the...
Please no. Please no. Enough.
Is it though?
Chelsea cannot take the innuendos. I jokingly said, hey, that sounds like an innuendo. I didn't expect you guys to keep going with that.
I mean, you presented the thing. This literally turned into an improv moment. You provided it. You're part of the audience. You basically just let it happen. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
also, you don't know us any better by now?
Yeah, I should have expected that, but I didn't.
Well, you know what? That sounds like a you problem.
I see what you did.
I'm the
there.
innocent one, remember?
Innocence is variable.
Oh, lore,
That's-
right there, right there.
I got it. I just picked it up.
No,
I saw it glowing. These freaking pots.
it glow.
I wonder how annoyed all of the Cabal are seeing Guardians run around the Leviathan smashing pots the entire time.
So, I have one of 18 tributes now.
Same. I put my
Okay,
my golden chest upon this platform. So what now? What's next?
okay, you switched your thing on your subclass, didn't you?
No. Stuck with the same thing.
You're still running Void?
Mm-hmm.
You're still running Void?
Still
Okay.
running Void Boy. Here, I'll show you.
Huh.
I'll show you.
Void is fun.
See? Still
Are
running
you doing
Void.
Nova Bomb or
Look, I'm John
Control.
Cena.
Just
he threw an invisibility grenade, didn't he?
no. No grenade involved this time. Just it was a dad joke.
Okay, so
It was a dad
So
joke.
Chelsea
You'll
was
see it
right.
in the feed.
Never.
Okay, so Chelsea was actually right. Yeah, those guys we were doing the strikes with, yeah, since they weren't running the same thing we were, they didn't count. So I'm like, we did 3 strikes. We were both voids. Why wasn't it working?
Da, da, da.
Now you sound like a sickie.
Sometimes I have the intelligence.
Okay, so
Actually, no,
one
that
more
was a blind
tribute to
guess, to be
find.
honest.
Wait, how do you have 2?
One for opening up the door, another one for coming over here and putting a giant chest in this hole.
Oh,
It's a lumpy
I
chest.
just
See all the lumps?
I
Lump.
had my I got the
Lump.
I had a
Okay, that's
I
a
had a,
weird word.
Lump?
I had a Vex I put in a
Yes.
Vex tribute.
Wait,
My guy's over here.
a Vex tribute? What does
Yes,
it look
I
like?
bought one.
Oh,
Looks like that.
huh.
Hey, I'm 3/4 of the way there.
You bought him? Oh. He died.
It's okay, I bring him back.
I feel like there's something really immoral about this situation.
Do it again. Do it again. We're horrible.
So where are you guys? You're just hanging out in the Leviathan?
Yeah, apparently. There's a
Kinda.
spot in the Leviathan.
Yeah,
No
if
kidding.
you okay, so you
Oh, that's where you get
where did-
them. Okay.
where did you get yours?
I don't know. All I did was just literally run up to like a certain spot all the way over here. And then I saw one just pop up right here, so I placed it down, and here it is. It looks like the chest from the what was that thing that we
The
did
thing?
at the Prison of Elders? Oh, duh, the prison of... Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I don't have that one. But it says I have 2.
So I guess
What's
that
the
offering you
door
posted up
counts as
counted
one?
as 2, and this one was probably your first one. Alright, well, I'm ready for the next thing. You will be mine.
Oh, to the next challenge.
I'm sorry, do what to a nut challenge?
I said on to the next challenge.
Oh. Okay, I need to do
I was
something about
just
these headphones.
using a dramatic announcer-y voice.
My ears are just messed up, I'm
Okay.
just gonna
Apparently
say
it was a
that.
bad idea.
I mean,
Oh, my back.
ladies and gentlemen, he puts the dad in Team Dad jokes. Oh, my back, little Billy!
Fuck you, I'm old.
I mean, you are the oldest one of us, so yeah, you are old.
Shut up.
I will pull no punches.
Alright, I say let's go do Flashpoint then.
Yee. Okay. Flashpoint
Done
it
with
shall be.
stuff.
I mean, it still counts as stuff towards pursuits, and I have not been tracking at all the thing. Oh, hold on.
The Lumina?
Yeah, that word. I don't know why. It's words escape.
I don't know. The name of the quest is Fire Team Leader.
Yeah, 49%
Looks like you're
as of
about
right now.
70. Sorry, 49%?
Yep, just took a look at it.
Wow. I thought you'd be farther than that.
Hey, what was that
Especially
supposed to
since I
mean?
looked at your feed and it looked farther than that.
Dude, she said you suck.
Yeah, seriously.
No, the feed from what I saw on the feed, it looked like you were closer to like 70.
Man, I mean, if you really want to come at me, we can always pull up the Crucible private matches and we could just duke it out there. But man, attacking me on my own feed, on my own
I'm
channel?
no good in the Crucible.
Come at
I'm
me,
no good in
bro.
the Crucible. And if we do Crucible, Griever will pitch.
She's not wrong.
Not that much.
Again, she's not wrong.
Yeah, she's
Can you feel the stare through the Xbox? Not that much? Really?
Shut up.
Hey, game types control.
I'm just not pulling
Iron
punches
Banner.
right now, and I'm sorry.
What was the other one they used to hate back in the day? Supremacy?
Oh, I love
And surprisingly,
Supremacy.
now I would prefer Supremacy over Control.
I always liked Supremacy, because I couldn't kill them, but I could pick up the orbs. My internet hates me.
Okay, guess the number, and my guess is 30%.
No.
What a nice
Higher or lower?
Especially since higher, I've actually been keeping a pace. Like every once in a while, I'll announce what percentage it is, so anybody paying attention would know.
69%.
Higher. Most recently, the most recent landmark, let's call it, was 3/4 of the way. So 75.
Oh,
So I'm making some progress. It's just slow. So unbearably slow. It also makes streaming a nightmare. It actually makes streaming impossible, but
Streaming impossible.
yes, I know. I've looked at your
Dun,
footage for
dun,
season 4
dun,
of Team Bad
dun,
Jokes.
dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
yeah,
dun,
the-
dun, dun.
trying to get my footage for Team Dad Jokes is a joke. That's the joke in Team Dad Jokes, is Starkhouse footage.
All I can
Because
say
it is
is
awful.
thank.
Mercy.
All I can say is thank Odin. Your
That's
footage
mantras.
for the first episode was good because it basically
Yeah, that's true.
was, because without it we would have no first episode.
And I'm still trying to get footage for what was it, season with the Forsaken DLC. Every once in a while I
6.
still attempt to get that
Season
footage,
5.
but it doesn't work.
Okay, I am curious.
Dun,
Why
dun,
is there a
dun.
giant, like, super unkillable
Hydra.
Hydra over here?
More ship they want.
Kicks and giggles.
Guardian down.
Well, I'm in a punching match with the Storm Minotaur. Give me one moment.
Punching match with a Minotaur. That does not sound like a good idea.
I mean, have you met me?
Yes, once. That was
Hey,
not
I
a
got it.
situation.
Oh, and I dropped the thing.
Thank you for that follow-up, because that was perfectly timed. There are free loot chests all around in that hoppy puzzle thing.
Oh, puzzles. Puzzles are fun.
Or not puzzle, but that daily
Guess what we do?
Cause pandemonium
Random
among the cabal, detonate
criminy.
Now I
Whoa.
really have no idea.
pulverize the commander.
Public events. There we go.
How'd you know?
Bubbles.
Man, words are escaping me tonight. I gotta cut
Words
back on
are
the
fun.
lemonade.
See a testicle.
I forgot that you have alcoholic lemonade because I was just thinking, why would lemonade cause problems? And then I remembered, oh yeah, there's something else in the lemonade. And it is not sugar. Well,
It is a
kind of
kind.
sugar.
See, I'm glad that you were able to pick up on that before
It's
I
a
actually
weird
say
kind.
it.
Gather its treasures so that we might unravel its secrets.
There's nothing weird about it. Humans have known about it since actually predating
Well, I mean, it's not
written
sugar in the
history.
traditional sense. Or at least what we imagine is the traditional sense, which is sugar cane or something sweet. It's the fermentation of grain which makes the sugar.
Hey, I know you already did it, but I figured just to like kind of speed this along, I'm gonna go activate the heroic event.
Okay. I should probably
Do
see where
it.
my status is. Where am I on his, Oh, I'm already ready to meet him.
Oh,
Who,
well, guess what?
um,
Public event
what's
is about
his
to start here anyway.
Oh, it is?
So maybe we'll do public event and then we'll do the thing.
Okay. I'm up for that. I'm gonna make my way to you. I forgot that I activated a patrol like an idiot.
Yeah, that takes a while. Well, you could just cancel the patrol and then go for it. Ooh, 80%.
Nah, I'll just leave the area.
Woohoo! By the time Chelsea is done, we will be ready to leave.
Yeah. I was actually just thinking it would be the perfect ending. Okay, guys, I'm downloaded. I'm ready to go. And we're going to end off for tonight. Crap! Which actually is usually how that goes whenever I have to update something.
It's a funny little thing, but it's the little things in life that makes it all worth it.
Yeah, and there's consistency to it, which is nice. Humans like consistency and patterns.
I don't think you like this level of consistency.
Yeah. I really I should have remembered there was going to be an update yesterday and turned it on yesterday, but I didn't. I was just kind of like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read a book, and then was up till the wee hours finishing said book.
Piss poor planning.
Yes, yes, go.
No, that was beautiful planning. I love that book. I will never grow tired of that story.
I'll send you the Jacques Draco story then. Get you a new favorite.
Nothing will ever, ever come close to my love for this one particular. It's a variation on Cinderella.
Cinderella,
written so very
Cinderella,
well.
Cinderella, Cinderella. I don't know the rest of the song because I hated that movie.
But it's a 3-day mask.
All
Or
again.
masquerade.
That
It's
black
fantastic.
rock
I love it so
shaking,
much.
shattering
Masquerade.
machinery.
This is the reader. You can obviously
Covered
tell.
faces
Okay, she's
everywhere.
pretending to be this person. That's obviously
That's,
this person in disguise. I love this. It's so fluffy I could die.
You're sitting all alone out here. Let's take it. As long as you can take it far, far away
Ah,
from me.
okay. Hi.
Ah!
Cabal said hello.
Man. Writing is hard. Words are hard.
I mean, language is hard. It's literally the first code that we learn as a species.
Well, English in particular is, like, I understand it's my native tongue, but English in particular is a special kind of hard. There's a lovely joke I heard once, which actually perfectly represents the English language, which is that it will beat up other languages in the back alley and then root their pockets for spare grammar.
Listen, just
If that
because.
doesn't describe how the English language is made, it's perfect.
Listen, it's not English's fault that the French tried to take over at one point, and basically they incorporated both sentence structures.
Well, it's more than just like, if you break down the different roots where different phrases and stuff come from, there's French, by French, an extension of that, Romantic languages, Latin languages, so Spanish, French, and Italian. There's German, there's Slavic tones, everything's just kind of mashed together. Like, a common phrase that I heard a lot growing up, I don't know if you guys have, is, can I come with? Like, if somebody's going, hey, can I come with?
Mm-hmm.
Cutting it off like that is the German phrasing of that phrase. Like the German, how the words go.
Huh. I actually never knew that.
Yeah, and growing up where I was in the Midwest, there's a lot of German roots out there. So it was just kind of a common thing we heard. German and Polish, to be honest. Because for high school, we actually celebrated a Polish hero for a holiday instead of President's Day. Like, we went to school for President's Day while the other schools were off, and then for Kazimierz Pulaski Day, we went home. Who's Kazimierz Pulaski? I don't know.
I mean, it was like the day that someone tried to propose Leif Erikson Day to be something celebrated.
Asher, guess what we
Yeah, well, in this case, it was actually became a kind of state holiday in Illinois because there are a lot of Polish people. So the mayor, governor at the time, I don't remember which, made it a holiday to get their votes.
Well, fun fact, the whole Leif Erikson Day thing, that was actually agreed upon by the students, and it was just a made-up day that we used to literally have the entire student body cut a day out of school.
Oh gosh. See, at least you were behind that. All of us at school were like, who's Kazimierz Pulaski? We don't know. We just know we get a day off instead of President's Day. Like every other school.
Well, it also helped that the mascot of my high school back in the day was a Viking, so.
So it actually sounds legitimate.
Yeah, but it still didn't go over well with the school staff, so letters were sent out to our parents. So eventually that came up, and my only response to my parents when they asked me about that was, I mean, everyone was talking about it. I thought it was real.
Which, hey, I mean, the whole student body agrees on something, you do it.
For the record, viewers,
sounds like
if
the
the whole
time my
student
entire
body agrees on something, make sure that the school staff is behind it too. Don't follow my example. Not in this case.
Unless you follow my school's example, which was the staff decided one thing, made it a rule, and then the next day the students found out about it, and then the next 3 days actively moved against this rule that we all hated to the point where the staff couldn't keep up with punishing people and just abolished the rule.
Huh.
Which is democracy if ever I've known it to work. It's also the stupidest rule in the entire world. Like, even I broke that thing constantly. Some poor, innocent freshman, I guess, was upset and told their parent that there was, like, somebody was probably necking in the hallway, to be honest. Which, yeah, don't do that in public. Just, that's a private thing. Don't be doing that in school halls. So the school decided, we're just going to abolish PDA in general. And if you're found hugging someone, you get in trouble.
Jeez. Talk about taking it a little
Student
too
body
far.
found out about this and said, nope. There was lots of hugging for the next 3 days. I don't know any of those people.
I fear your fleshy body is insufficiently
Oh, man, that's funny.
Did you just say fleshy?
Yeah, the school couldn't keep up with all the literally hordes of people hugging each other and made up shirts that say free hugs. So they just abolished the rule. It made me very proud.
Use of this device. Do you recall the war mind Mo? The Vex are keenly interested in its secrets.
Graver, any fun stories akin to that? Of camaraderie and fighting the power
Um,
that you can legally speak
well,
about?
I went to. Well, there was the one time where my school got into a fight with a couple of kids from a public school, and my principal got so mad at us that he basically forbade us from actually going to that McDonald's in our school uniforms.
Really? Wow,
Wait,
not bad.
back up a moment. There are 2 questions I got from this. Actually, 3. What was the fight? 2, a McDonald's was involved. 3, you had school uniforms.
Okay, okay. 1, it was a fight about fuck if I know. I wasn't there. 2, yes, it took place in a McDonald's by my high school, and 3, I went to Catholic high school.
The Vex may not
That does explain a lot.
understand emotional frivolity, but they will use
I was
it
about
as a
to
weapon
laugh,
against us.
and then I remembered the Catholic school in my district, and then I felt disgust and pity.
Now, that sounds like a story unto itself as to why the disgust, but to be perfectly honest, my public high school basically had uniform policies, but during the time that I was there, it was completely voluntary. And that was basically
Now,
because
in-
none of the teachers agreed with it, and basically it just became like one of those loose rules no one really cared to enforce. By the time that I had left, oh man, school uniform policy went into full effect. Although the one thing I
Oof.
do also remember from that time frame was basically a violent altercation between my high school and one of our rival schools. And for some reason, one private school that for some reason was using our yards for, sport and recreation. I think they were just renting it. I'm not sure. But the long and short of it, someone said something, turned into a fight, one school went into the other, and I'm just sitting there going like, where's the popcorn?
Yeah, except with my school, it was also, we were basically told if we see you there in uniform, it's an automatic week's detention, and for repeat offenders, it would be a suspension.
So did they just
And
monitor
so-
the McDonald's?
They
Like,
probably-
hey,
Yeah, basically.
McDonald's, give us a security feed.
No, I think it's more along the lines of if any of the kids from the school wearing this uniform show up, call them immediately, kind of a thing. Because that's the only real way I can see them enforcing that. Because the only other way I can think of is if they sent like school police, like in my district, what they do. There's like a dedicated task force for that reason, so none of the small businesses are bothered by high schoolers with nothing better to do after hours.
I can't even imagine growing up in a city like you guys. I just had a small high school, like just a small town. There was a bring your tractor to school day. That should tell you what I grew up with.
Wow.
Is it weird that I kind of wish I was raised in the Midwest?
A suggestion?
The Midwest
Okay,
was a
well,
place of
I have to say
wonder
the
and
only
confusion.
kind of, well, one, I guess you can say kind of one of my more memorable things about high school was,
Yes.
and George, you'll probably laugh at this one.
Oh.
Chelsea, you may feel pity on this. But because of what my uniform was, which was basically white shirt and gray pants, when I would get, I was not really like close, but I still walked home from school because I found out it was actually quicker to walk a mile and a half home than it was to wait for the bus.
That's sad, actually. No, not really. That's actually pretty amusing. Your public transport sucks.
But
Yeah.
but the only thing is though, because I watched like a lot of anime at that point, and one of my things was Evangelion.
Oh god.
I realized I basically was wearing what Shinji wore to school, and I was walking home like if I was in Japan. And I don't know why, I just felt like a kind of like a
It just
this is
fit the theme.
cool. Yeah, like it probably sounds sadder than it is, but it actually just made me kind of feel like I was something a little special. As stupid as it sounds, but
Listen, I've heard dumber things, like literally people having crushes on characters for the longest time deep into senior year of high school. Trust me, man. It's not as pathetic as you may think. However,
It's really not.
I mean, Shinji was your freaking inspiration, really.
I watched a lot of it. Evangelion was my favorite show at the time. All right.
Get in the robot, James.
Now, here's something that might make James feel old. I don't know what anime he's referencing.
I mean, okay, in her defense, James, I didn't know about Evangelion until the internet got bigger. And you know exactly what I mean, time frame wise. We're literally talking mid 2000s.
Are you sure these are the right Vex?
What do you mean, the right Vex?
You know, like, are these the robots we're looking for?
I'm gonna say here's the benefit to being
Young.
in a city, as you guys were, is there's more cultures bleeding in and you find out about more things. It's sheltered in the Midwest, which is probably also why I hated that. Never mind. I'll get back to my district's Catholic school at another point. They were just dicks. Actually, no. They were the one private school in a public school district. So they would scholarship other kids from the high schools to come to their school to be for sports and be better. And they were just really awful to everybody. That and their acronym, because you know each school has a different acronym when you just break down the letters,
We got him.
was BCHS,
Vex did steal files from the vault. Let's see.
which gave them the very fun nickname, Bitches.
Great.
So in general, I have nothing against Catholic schools or private schools. It's just that one.
Oh, that's... Okay, that... I'm sorry, James, that's funny as hell.
Are you still mad at me about the anime thing?
No.
No, he's just reconciling the gap. It's gonna be a while.
Yeah. Well, and that was like I graduated high school in. Oh, jeez. 2010. So even when George knew about that in early 2000s, it was still such a sheltered place that a lot of stuff didn't get through.
When did you graduate high school?
Oh yeah, I am way younger. 2010.
No.
I had to think about it for a moment, and I'm like, oh yeah, it was then. Which to me feels forever ago.
God, I miss the 90s.
Oh gosh. I don't. I was born in the 90s. The 90s, I was even more sheltered because I was in another country.
You realize
Which kind of makes no
I had
sense.
been-
But as an army base, there was sheltering there.
2007 for me.
Okay. Okay, my 10-year high school reunion was 2009.
Oh gosh. And
Wait,
here we have
when?
the dad of Team Dad Jokes.
What was
I
the
think
year?
my brother was 05.
I can't live like this
No,
anymore.
that's not right. No, it wasn't 05. It was
Really?
08.
You know Guardians can't die.
Is he trying to stab you?
No, worse. Ow, you bitch.
I graduated high school in 99.
I was in Japan in 99.
I wish
was
I
a
was in Japan
child.
in 99.
I was still in the single digits in 99.
Oh, fuck me.
Warlock. Don't let them see you blink.
Oh dear.
The sheer hilarity.
George, where were you at the turn of the century?
Hmm?
Where were you at the turn of the century? Do you remember where you were when you realized it was going to be 2000 as opposed to 1990s?
Asleep. Because I never really cared about the whole transfer over to like the 2000s. I never understood like what all the hype was. But I do distinctly remember
I
like,
didn't either.
all of the adults
Because you're
pretty
a
much just
fucking embryo, that's why.
okay. No, I just remember that I had a whole bunch of adults around me at the time. The only things that I heard during like discussions as it came closer and closer to January was, oh, Y2K is a thing, which frankly it was a thing, but it wasn't that big of a thing. And the government had already found a fix for that like months before it happened, so But the biggest thing that everyone was saying, like, oh, now we're coming to a new millennium, we're gonna have finally some flying cars. It'll be like the Jetsons and such. And I'm like, because I spent a lot of time with my grandparents, I knew what the Jetsons were, so I got excited just on that prospect. But beyond that, when the day finally came, I was just so tired. I was like, ugh, whatever comes, comes. And here we are, still no flying cars to this day. I'm not burnt about
I
it,
remember
but I did have some level of
around New
explanation.
Year's. Kind of like when you watch Back to the Future and they expected such grand things from us
Mm-hmm.
in the 80s, and now we're just sitting here like, we've got Vine. Oh no, we don't
We
have
were
Vine.
supposed to
anymore.
have hover bikes 4 years ago.
Yeah, they
What
say
the fuck?
TikTok's like the replacement, so.
Yeah, and from what I've seen of them in social media, it's similar.
Oh, man.
I just remember when the turn of the century came, I didn't realize it was any different than any other New Year. I was like, okay, it's a new year. What's the big deal? Like, it did not click to me. And then years later, I found out about everyone being worried about the computer thing, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of stupid.
Well, there was reason for that, but it was an easy fix after someone found, like, the algorithm to do... Okay, so if I remember what the Y2K bug was, it wasn't so much a virus, it wasn't something that was going to cripple all computers. It was just something along the lines of a lot of military services and such like that were tied to Windows. At the time, they didn't have the proper patch to properly update the information. And there were concerns, especially in simulated tests, that if the computer recognized a date that wasn't accurate completely, that it might cause some weird activations. Frankly, stuff that's tied to... Yeah. So it would have led to a whole lot of confusion, a whole lot of problems. And it was also at the cusp of, like, oh, the Soviets are no longer a thing, but we never have our knives too far away from the reach, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, if the
Okay.
Y2K bug actually hit, it would have been Fallout.
Yeah, that was like one of the biggest
I
fears.
was oblivious.
You were like 2. Of course you were.
I wasn't 2. I was... What do I think about this? I was 7.
Same difference.
I was 9.
George was at least closer to double digits than I was. I was still just messing around outside like a snot-nosed kid.
Well, let's be honest.
90%.
And let's be honest, James. At the very least, you have someone to remember fondly for SWAT cats.
Okay, that's true.
Explain, please.
It was a show in the 90s called SWAT Cats, Radical Squadron, and basically the entire premise was, imagine an entire police state operated by anthropomorphic cats that basically after being thrown off of the police force because of their superior stupidity and because of an accident that caused one of the officers to be dishonorably discharged, they became vigilantes that repurposed an old... I don't even remember the model of the plane. At one point I did. Where
It was a Tomcat.
This sounds hilarious.
Yeah, and basically they just flew around a military-grade fighter jet around the city to do vigilante work.
This sounds hilarious. How have I never
Oh, it was
heard
a
of
great
this
show.
before? Oh my gosh.
Yes. How'd you know?
That sounds hilarious and fantastic.
Oh, what was the name of the two protagonists? It was T-Bone and something. The T-Bone and
Razor.
Razor. There we go. T-Bone and Razor.
You know what also would have worked well with their whole cat theme? There is
Yeah.
actually an Army aircraft carrier called the Kitty Hawk.
I have to look this up, and I have to shame the military for having something called the
It is
Kitty Hawk.
legitimately a thing. My brother has been on it. They took the Boy Scouts and they went to the Kitty Hawk.
This is almost as disappointing as hearing there was a unit called the Seabees. Now, mind you, I do have a respect for the Seabees after I
Hey.
really looked into it. But when I first heard there was a unit called Seabees, I'm like, that doesn't sound threatening at all.
My dad was a CB.
I regret nothing about my statement, and I stand by it.
See, when I hear Seabees, I think of CBBS, which is a BBC thing about for small children regarding small animals.
I thought you were going to say something along the lines of, like, scabies. I'm like, no.
I don't... Scabies? I don't even know what that means.
If I remember right, it was like one of those childhood illnesses or such that's just made up, kind of like cooties.
Ah.
I'm not sure if scabies are a
No,
real
scabies
thing.
is an actual thing, I think.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Huh.
Kind of like finding out that... Oh, what's the bird's name?
Chicken hawks?
No. There's this one kind of prank thing that people do when camping, that they look for a certain creature.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what it's called for the life of me now, but there's actually a bird that exists by that name.
Birds of paradise?
No, I think it starts with an S. But I could be wrong.
It's a swallow! Now kind of... Hold on. I just realized that there's also a pursuit that I could do that if I killed all of the certain enemy types, I would be in a... I know I'm getting killed. I don't care. Hold on. Where is it? Ooh, enhancement core. Yay. Ah, here we go. No, that's not it.
Why is it so hard to find damn Vex over on IO?
Is it though? Currently at 55%, by the way.
What'd you hit?
Imperial
55%.
Bestiary. I just have to kill one more hive to finish that off. And note, I did say the word bestiary, not bestiality. Anyway, just wanted to...
You know, I was totally okay with your pronunciation until you pointed that out.
It's one of those things that I have to be specific because people always say that I say it wrong. So it's one of those things in the back of my mind where like, okay, bestiary, not bestiality.
No, you said it right.
Yeah, okay.
Snipe! That's what it is, a snipe. Oh, jeez. At night, you would take somebody snipe hunting, which a snipe is a would be pretend animal that like its eyes reflect in the dark, and pretty much what it is, you get somebody worked up about it and they see things in the dark,
And it makes them freaked out. Yeah.
like they think they see eyes. Yeah. It, they did this to me at camp, and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see shit. What are you guys talking about? There's no eyes. It's just a dark bush. What are you doing? But a snipe is actually a bird. It's a coastal bird, kind of like a sandpiper.
Although I forget the reason why they called particular hunters of that snipers, and how that got associated with people with long distance shooting.
I don't know.
I know there's a
thought that
story, but
before.
I've never heard what the actual story was. Huh.
The
What?
verb to snipe originated in 1770s among soldiers in British India in reference to shooting snipes, which are considered an extremely challenging game bird for hunters.
Okay, got my explanation. Thank you, mad scientist.
That's one of the things I'm like, I've never looked that up before. I don't know that. Hey, Google. And then Google tells you. Like the other stupid question I had somebody ask me today, and I'm like, I don't know the answer to that.
my
Enters in the
question wasn't
question to
stupid.
Google. That's going to be in my search history forever. The question was, do whales have umbilical cords? And with that, belly buttons.
Huh. You know, I never ever
Well, they are
committed.
mammals.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, well, they're mammals, but they're also underwater, so I don't know if... Dang it! Googled it. They do have umbilical cords and belly buttons, by the way.
Now I got the morbid curiosity of finding out what a whale's belly button looks like, but I'm kind of scared that it's going to be too close to the other hole.
Dang it! By the way,
Chelsea,
look up
Google.
No.
if you ever have a moment, beluga whale knees, because they're mammals. Whales are mammals, so they have the same basic body structure as other mammals do. So they've got 4 limbs. You just typically don't see them with whales or orcas or whatever because, you know, they're shorter and it's like elongated and it's kind of weird. Beluga whales are kind of the reason we have the mermaid myth, because from underwater they have knees and it looks really weird.
Baby beluga in the deep blue sea, swim so wide and swim so free.
Is that a CB song or
Oh.
something?
Well, duh, that makes sense.
Fuck you.
I'm kidding. Come on. Don't be so high strung.
Why did I look that up? That's something I've seen before, without realizing that's what I was seeing.
Huh.
A whale belly button is what I'm referring to, by the way. If
Yeah.
you've seen a whale breach, you've probably seen it.
Head back to the tower and just cash out.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm at 95%.
Did I chorus
Alright, let's cash out quickly.
That's a perfect response. Take us home, Griever 2112. I don't
Quick
know why I
question,
went full
Wulfboi.
emperor. Yeah.
You went Varix is what you did. If I
Actually,
send you a picture,
I-
would you be able to put this on your stream, on the edited version?
What do you mean?
I just sent you a picture.
Oh, God. So you're literally asking me to put up a photo of a whale's belly button?
Nope. That's not what I'm asking, actually.
So wait, what are you
should
asking?
check your
'Cause
phone.
Wow, that's kind of disturbing.
Yes, it is. According to entomology of
oh,
whales, which is because they're mammals, they have legs, even though they're kind of fused into the thing. Anyways, but seeing them with knees is really disturbing.
yeah, and I see where the belly
And
button
that's
is
where
too.
mermaids came from.
Oh, that's weird.
Yep, that's the belly button.
Crap, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, now I have to put this in the edited version.
Oh, yay.
Oh
I'm
Lord.
just a little spark of chaos. I love being a spark of chaos.
Oh, go back to the warp, will you?
No. It's beautiful. I mean, I can send you a picture of a whale's belly button if you want.
No, I already have a photo of that. Literally, the knees are enough for now. I don't think I want to see what a belly button looks like on an animal. I don't need to see that. Although
Honestly,
now,
if you ever
now I
seen
have
a
a
whale
weird
breach, you've seen it
fascination
and
that I
not
want to see it
realized
on
it.
a cat.
It's just a slight discoloration in the creatures in the stomach. Wait, what was that about
Oh,
a cat?
goody.
Now I kind of want to just go up to my cats and check. They have belly buttons, but I'm like, no, don't do that to my hands. They can't afford.
Technically, they would have. Wait, actually, no. Cats, if I remember right, have more of a sack, so they wouldn't. I don't think. Wait, no.
And this is a section of the stream where I forced Chelsea to do research to say her own curiosities. This might become a regular thing.
Yes, your cat has a belly button. And I'm done now. I promise.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sure.
Are you really?
Hey, I'm not there. I can't make you look up anything. I'm just not gonna look up anything else or comment on anything else.
Sure.
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 I'm just going to be done with that conversation. I'm sorry to anybody listening or watching. Like, I'm just sorry.
Alright. Time to go visit the vendors.
Visit the vendors?
Visit the vendors.
Oh, yes. The vendors are good.
Checky. Ooh. 1 engram.
Katie made me so happy the other day.
Explain.
Because I go to see her and she had a exotic for was 748.
Mm-hmm.
Always good to see you, Guardian.
I was just like, oh, you love me.
Really? That was your response?
Yes, that was my response. I could get my crimson up.
Oh,
The
Chelsea,
higher I
if,
get my crimson to 750 makes me happy.
if you check the stream in like a minute, you'll see the ornaments for the bad jujus.
The bad jujus? Okay.
The bad jujus.
Oh, shoot. I have the stream open, but the chat is being weird.
Eh.
I don't know how to make it go away.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, I'm gonna share with you guys a small video. This was the guy I sent flying.
Eververse thanks you. Come see me again, Guardian.
I'll check it in like a
wait.
minute.
Well, it's processing right now. Stupid phone.
Sure, it's the
Now
phone.
it's sending.
Under pressure. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom.
Bum. That's just a good song.
Agreed.
Okay, what you got, Tess? A cheap shit are you reselling me? Ooh!
Doom 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 doom.
I got Chelsea's.
Hey, wait a second. On the bad juju ornament, was that like a raven skull or something?
Don't know. It's a bird.
Because if it's a raven, I want it.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Well, honestly, it's probably a crow. Just because crows have a tendency of being shown as bad luck in a lot of tropes. Which is unfair, because they're rather smart creatures.
Too
Both
smart for
them
their
and
own good.
ravens. In some cases, yes.
I got the service revolver. Good roll. Probably not.
A service revolver.
Apparently, that's a gun of note.
Okay. Okay, so James, what is this you sent?
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh, the
Snapshot,
Oh,
sights, and rapid hit.
Ugh.
It's basically the Vanguard version of the. Oh, what was that Crucible one?
I
Mm.
don't know.
Oh, Better Devils.
Oh. Huh. See, the only Better Devils I ever used was one that had explosive rounds, and I only ever used in PvP. Or PvE. God, I'm getting my acronyms mixed up again.
PvE.
PvE.
What does the E stand for? Is it enemies?
Usually it's for
Yes.
environment, but it's something that, depending on which gamer you're talking to, can mean a different thing.
Okay, so I've never quite been sure on exactly what that stands for. Except that it's usually you can't, like, other players are not targets. Generally. Because that would be PvP.
I have
Man.
another crooked thing to add to the armory.
Okay, so the Getaway Artist
Ugh.
exotic that you saw me unlocking earlier, its
Uh-huh.
effect was hold down the grenade button to convert your arc grenade into a supercharged arc soul. The arc soul functions as an autonomous turret. Interesting.
Well, that's cool.
It's cool, but it doesn't
What is it?
sound like. Yes, vacuum
What?
cleaner.
Fuck!
Okay, not so much vacuum cleaner, but a dirt shotgun. Good to know.
Woke up the traveler.
What happened?
Now
No,
I'm
I don't have enough data litises to roll to put this onto trust. I just got my first 750 drop.
Oh.
To be honest, it's actually
Better
my,
run over to Spider.
it's my second one, honestly, and I can't use it because I don't have
Oh.
dusklight shards. Ah, well. All right, who else in the town
I
do I have to
have
visit?
shards for almost everything, except the one I use the most is the. Oh, what's it called?
Ooh, I
The alkaline
could
dust.
put it in my distant relation.
Also, ha 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 ha! I landed
Damn it.
finally.
Shit, we didn't pay attention.
I believe our wares
She just coasted under the
I
radar this entire
landed.
time. She's the gremlin of our group.
Well, no, I finally got it. It finally finished downloading, and I'm like, yes, start it. Now we have to upload the data. Dang it! And then it finished. I'm like, yes, I could surprise them. I am briefly in the same game.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Now I have a quest for the Volunder Forge. Good to know.
Blunder's EDZ, yes?
Yes. That's
Hey,
gonna have to
Joss.
wait for the next time.
Hi. Hi,
My-
hi,
my Mac
hi,
cut.
hi. Wait, where's George?
No. No.
Yes.
Yes, God.
I
Yeah.
go full
Whee!
hobo 745 still.
Still higher than me. Oh, hey.
Hi. Dang it, you're moving. Hi. Oh, I saw that. I saw that. That looked really fun.
Oh, it is fun.
But you know what else is fun?
A stretch. Ah. Yes.
I like doing this and then
Ah.
sitting down so the feathers stay.
Wait, feathers?
There will always be feathers. Yeah, my feathers. Do you not see them?
No, I don't. What feathers?
These ones? For the dance?
You're not dancing on my screen.
What?
You're not peacocking.
That's weird. What?
Hold
James!
Or in this case, peahenning.
Wait.
Do you see this?
Hold on.
Calm yourself. Find your center, oh ragged one.
Why is it not showing? It's not showing on the side either. Oh, there we go.
Find your center.
Dances. You see, it says Stargirl dances with Wulfboi. You see that, right?
I did see
Yeah.
it, yeah, but it's not showing up on my end. But I do see
Why?
a graceful
I feel so sad.
yoga performance in my screen.
I feel so sad.
Well, we could always do this instead. Come on. Come on. You know, you want to.
I tried doing this with somebody. Aw.
Nice.
I tried doing that with someone at Gambit, but I could not somehow get the button to work. So I just kept like running over to them and be like, I'm sorry, I can't.
It's literally a height thing, I think. Like, if your height is different, it won't let it happen.
Oh. Actually, I think we've experienced that, me and Griever, because he was up on the slope by the landing pad, and it made me hover in the air to be on the same eye level with him.
Hmm. That's weird. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of interesting.
Oh. Okay.
I sit.
You know, sit.
And You know, I'm just happy I managed to load into the game before you guys left.
Okay, that's true.
There you go.
But your internet
Alright,
still sucks.
So that's
It's
all for this
typically-
stream.
Agreed. This is where good things have to end, everybody. But thank you for watching this wonderful stream. I hope you all have wonderful nights. And remember, just stay awesome, everybody.
George, get your hand off of that.
Namaste.
Goodbye.